At the time that you wrote her that letter, was your daughter living in her mother's house?
No.
And you were using her utilities accounts. Notice your husband says that your daughter was not living in the house.
No, I was not. In the very beginning, my daughter moved into my home.
I'm not talking about the beginning. I'm talking about when your husband wrote to his daughter.
I did not put it in her name. She voluntarily did it herself. She went and got energy assistance to prove that she's the one. I'm not
Subsequently,
responsible.
she closed the account.
Right.
She closed the account. It was reopened. How?
I was talking to her, and she felt bad for me, and she says, Mom, I don't want you to not have electricity. I'll let you do it a little bit longer until you get your situation straightened out.
Okay, very good. You owe her $1,235. Now, we're going to get to the other part of this counterclaim that we have. So far, $1,230. I'm speaking. Your last name is?
Evans.
Mr. Evans, how long were you incarcerated?
18 months.
Your counterclaim says that during the time you were incarcerated, you were also receiving disability.
Yes.
How long have you been receiving disability?
Since 2007.
What were you incarcerated for?
Violation of probation.
What was the crime?
Violation of a protective order.
Which protective order?
Her protective order.
Now, you were incarcerated for 6 months, which means that the state, which incarcerated you, was paying for your room, board, medical, etc.
The state wasn't. It was Social Security there.
No, listen to me. Social Security was not paying to clothe you, to house you, to feed you while you were in jail.
But she was collecting my checks. Yes,
Are you following me?
No, I'm following you. No, they weren't paying for me to be.
They were paying for you. When you go to jail, unless you were in a jail where you paid, did you pay for your own jail?
No.
Did you pay for your own jail?
No.
Then Bird paid to keep you in jail.
Yeah.
To keep a cell over your head, to keep food 3 times a day, to take care of your medical care, to take care of your clothes. The state paid for you.
Yes.
So why didn't you notify Social Security Disability that your check should stop?
She was my payee.
Listen to me. That's not my question to you.
Well,
my question is, Social Security Disability is designed to take care of you because you can't work.
Yeah.
Did you work when you were in prison?
No.
What did you do? Did you have a prison job?
I couldn't get a prison job.
Why?
Because there was a long list of people.
Did you try?
Yes, I was on that list.
You were on the list. What did you want to do?
I wanted to do the washing of the floors, sweeping, and stuff like that.
Well, why can't you do that when you're out?
Huh?
Why can't you do that when you're out?
Because
if you could do it in prison, why can't you do it when you're out to make money instead of collecting disability?
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know you understand what I'm saying. If you think that I'm going to give you back Social Security disability checks, even if she was your payee, while you were in prison that I was paying for, you got another thing coming. I just wish Social Security is going to have a new administrator. Pay careful attention. When somebody is incarcerated, their disability payment should stop. When somebody is incarcerated, welfare payments should stop. When somebody is incarcerated, foster care payments should stop. We don't have to pay twice or 3 times. Once is bad enough. We understand each other, Congress. Mr. and Mrs. Purcell, you purchased a lottery ticket.
Correct.
Where did you purchase it?
A bar next to our home
And where is that?
in Sandy, Oregon.
When did you purchase it?
February 20th, 2016.
How much did you pay for the lottery ticket and what were the prizes?
We paid $20 for 20 games. It was an 8-spot Keno ticket.
Have you played this particular lottery before? And it's an Oregon lottery.
Yes, and yes, we have.
Did you ever win before?
Yes.
And prior to this ticket, how much had you won before?
We won one for $600 once.
And that's the only time?
No, we've won a couple for about that amount.
A couple for $600?
Yes.
So it more than paid for itself?
Yes.
I assume. That's
Yes.
why you keep playing. Lucky people.
Yeah, we've lost a few too. We've lost a few
Oh,
too.
I can imagine. People usually only talk about their wins.
Absolutely.
So you bought this lottery ticket and lo and behold, you won. How much did you win?
$1,750.
And you found out that you won how?
Well, my husband went and checked the Did You Win machine, and it said, "You're a winner. Please see your retailer." So he brought it up to the bartender, who is our witness, Tria, and she scanned the ticket. Now, if you win over $600, it doesn't tell you immediately how much you won. You have to go back and check the numbers, and then you can find out how much you won. But we had hit 7 out of the 8 numbers, and that paid $1,750.
What did you do next?
Celebrated. And then the next day, I went and got a claim form, which you can get right there at the saloon. And I brought it home, and Dave, my husband, filled it out the next day.
Listing your name, your address.
It was in my name. He put the claim form in my name. He even took a picture of the ticket.
Okay.
We put it in the claim form and sent it out the next day.
And you have a picture of the ticket?
Yes.
Correct.
And then what do? They send you a check?
Yeah, you send it into Salem, Oregon, and it usually takes about 3 days to get it back.
And it didn't come back?
And it didn't come back.
And you began investigating, and you had the picture of the ticket with the numbers.
Yeah, we waited the 2 weeks that they tell you to wait. On the 15th day, I called down there to Lottery and gave her my last name and the numbers. I said, we didn't receive our money. Well, they didn't have any of our information. So I told Dave, someone claimed our ticket. Somebody stole our ticket. So that's when I put in a public records request through the Lottery and received his information.
Okay, and that's how we get to the defendant who cashed your lottery ticket.
Correct.
Okay. First, I'd like to see a photo of the ticket.
He has it on his phone that is actually date stamped. I have a picture of it here, but if you'd like to see it with the date on it,
I would.
that's the picture of the ticket, and then he has it on his phone also. That was taken in February.
Got it. Thank you.
We also have our claim form. You'd like to see that?
I would. As a matter of fact, I'd like to have it up here.
You'd notice the date, it's the 22nd of February.
Okay, did you contact Mr. Linwood personally?
I contacted him through Facebook.
And did he respond?
Yes, after a couple of attempts.
Okay, and what did he say to you when he responded on Facebook?
I'd be glad to show you that.
I'd like to
but
see it.
I draw your attention to the last few.
I'm going to read them all.
Yeah, because he does change his story a couple of times. Okay.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Linwood?
I drive forklift, I do retail, and I do warehouse work.
Let's try to get one cogent story, sir.
Okay.
On what date did this lottery ticket come into your possession?
It had to have been February 27th or probably the beginning of March.
And how did it come into your possession?
Came into my possession, my father-in-law at the time, he contacted me one morning saying, "Hey, I won a lottery ticket of $1,750. I said, "Oh, wow, that's awesome." He said, "Well, could you help me out? It's unsigned. Can you turn it in for me? Because if I turn it in, I'm afraid that child support will take most of it." And I said, "Yeah, sure."
What do you do for a living?
I'm a well driller.
What's your last name?
Richard.
On what date did this lottery ticket come into your possession?
It was on a Friday night. I was at a bar called the Country Corral.
You go to the bar often?
No, I played video poker that night.
Is this bar near to where you live?
Close, yes.
You never know where I'm going to be going, Mr. Richard.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I got you.
Great. So it's close to where you live, and you've lived at this address for how long?
Probably 2 months at the time,
Why 2 months?
because I relocated.
With whom did you relocate?
My daughter and my son-in-law.
The three of you moved into this place together. Am I understanding that you moved into this new place 2 months before, so that would have been in December, with the defendant and your daughter?
Correct.
You see how you don't know where I'm going. So you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your
Yes, you
Honor.
do. So now you're at a place with Mr. Linwood, and Mr. Linwood just told me that he got a call from you. Now he lives with you. Why do you think that I would believe that since you were living with him, he would call you instead of discussing it with you when he saw you at home? Why do you think that, Mr. Linwood?
Well,
Get to think fast. Just tell me why you think that he would call you, and you would have a record of that, correct? On your phone log that he called you.
I do not, Your Honor. It was an old
Now,
phone.
but why do you think he would call you instead of discussing it with you in person? Because clearly he wanted you to do something illegal, right? right? If he was looking to avoid child support, he was looking to do something illegal, right?
Yes.
Isn't that something you would want to discuss in person with somebody rather than over the phone?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
So why would you think if he was living with you, he would discuss that with you over the phone? And by the way, where did you get the call?
I got the call. I was at my house, and
where was he?
He's not always at the house.
It's going to get better. I'm going to enjoy it better. All right. Now, Mr. Richard.
Your Honor.
Do you understand? This is not going to turn out well for you or for him, because I read his texts back and forth to the plaintiffs, and his texts back and forth suggest to me he clearly knew that he came into possession of this lottery ticket that did not belong to him. And you knew that if you were involved, that you came into possession of the lottery ticket that didn't belong to you, because immediately what he said was, please don't go to the cops. I will have your money, please. And the first thing he said was that you gave him the lottery ticket as a gift.
As a gift.
As a gift. But then he said that you didn't give it to him as a gift. He said you asked him to cash it for you so that you could avoid child support. Which one do you think it is?
Gift.
It was a gift to him.
This.
Well, then he had the money, you see. Then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, he had the money. He said, I didn't spend most of it. I have $900. Then he said, I have $1,400. I have to wait until I get paid, but I'll get it all back to you. And then all of a sudden, your tone changed, Mr. Linwood.
Yes, it did, Your Honor.
And why did your tone change?
Your Honor, my father-in-law told me...
Your father-in-law is a liar. So he can sit down. Sit. And so are you. In a short space of 2 pages, you changed your story 3 times.
Yes, I did.
And you swore, and just a second, and you swore to me that he is a liar. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because he just said to me that it was a gift to you. And your answer says he asked me to cash the lottery ticket for him, and this is a sworn deposition, because at the time he owed back child support, and he was afraid that his winnings would be taken away from him. Now, he just swore to me that he made this lottery ticket gift as a gift to you.
It was not a gift, Your Honor.
Well, so then you just called him a liar. So he's a liar.
Yes.
That's what I said. That's why I told him to sit down. You see, and you came together. And you two are so stupid you can't even get your stories together. You slept in the same hotel room last night and you can't get your stories together. They ought to give a prize for stupid. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,750. We're done. Ms. Hill, you're the owner of a rental property that the defendant was renting from you since 2015.
Correct.
What kind of rental property is it?
A single-family home.
Do you own the home?
I do.
When did you purchase it?
In 2012.
Did you purchase it as a rental property?
I did not. I lived in the residence before renting it to the defendant.
Who did you live there with?
My daughter.
And why did you move out?
I was relocated for work, so I moved to Florida.
How much did you pay for the house?
I bought the house from an auction for about $13,000.
And did you put any money into it?
I did. I put about $20,000 into the home.
And you lived in it after you purchased it and after you renovated it with your daughter from 2012 to 2015 when you leased it to the defendant.
That is correct.
So it was renovated in 2012.
That is correct.
Is your claim that when the defendant moved out, she left extensive damage in the house? The defendant says there wasn't extensive damage. Whatever was there, it was normal wear and tear. So do you have photographs of the house from when you moved out?
I do not.
Tell me when the defendant moved out.
June of 2017.
And she notified you she didn't want to renew her lease?
She notified the property manager at the time.
How much was rent?
Her rent was $800. Initially started in the first lease as $750.
But at the last year was $800?
That's correct.
Where were you moving to?
I was moving back home with my mother to help her out because she had just a few months previous to that lost her husband, and I was.
So you were moving back with your mother?
Yeah.
How many people lived in the house?
Me, my 3 kids, and the other tenant.
You had 2 tenants in the house?
I had 2 adult tenants, yes.
Did the other tenant remain?
No, they moved into the property together and they moved out of the property together.
Is this someone that you are a friend
This is
to?
my cousin.
When you moved out in June, you received, according to your complaint, a notification that you should come out to see the house.
That's correct. When the defendant moved out of the property, I was notified by
Did you do a walkthrough with the property manager when you moved out?
We did a walkthrough in May when it came out.
What day in June did you move out?
I moved out June 1st.
I would like to see a copy of the walkthrough.
They didn't give me no copy.
Do you have a copy of the walkthrough?
I do not. I just have photos of the walkthrough from the day she moved out.
May I see them?
Yes.
Who's writing on the walls?
My 8-year-old daughter.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
Who told her that that was an appropriate thing to do, to write on somebody else's walls?
Each time she done it, she was put on punishment for it.
This isn't a one-shot deal of her writing on the walls. She wrote on the walls often, at different times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who was supervising her?
Who was supervising her?
That's
She
my
might be
question. You have the answer.
She might have been upstairs after she left the bathroom or whatever.
Just show this to the defendant, please, and tell me who did that to the blinds.
Okay, these blinds, I see the pictures, and
Who did that to the blinds?
my same 8-year-old.
Who did this to the walls? Holes in the walls.
By me living there, I will take responsibility for the holes in the wall. Same person I just showed you about the other two is the same one who was doing all the damage.
What happened to the kitchen cabinets?
Okay, where you see the paint coming off at, it was painted gray, and by me cleaning the cabinets with bleach, the bleach, what they did was damage the cabinet, and the paint started coming off, and that's why the cabinets was like that.
You have communication from the property manager?
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
That was the afternoon of the walkthrough where
Could you please show this to the defendant?
he and the contractor took photos and also gave me the estimate amount of damages.
That's not true with that picture.
Is she living with you now?
Mm-hmm. It's here.
How does she and her children treat your property?
They treated all right.
Well, who taught her to treat other people's property like this?
Nobody.
Did you have the place fixed?
I have.
Do you have the receipts for me?
I do. Would you like the receipts or would you like I have a breakdown of everything?
Well, I would like the actual receipts.
Okay.
Did you re-rent the property or are you selling it?
The property has not been rented again because of the pest. So when she left the property, she left it infested with bed bugs, roaches, and mice. So on the initial visit to Ohio to take care of the property and restore it, we were not able to do any of the work on that initial visit because when we walked through, we had 5 contractors with us and at least a dozen mice scurried across the floor. We also noticed that there was a roach infestation. We called out the exterminator and then he advised us that there was also a bed bug infestation.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. We're finished. Mr. Hazelton, the defendant is your mother, and it is your claim that she had you falsely arrested a little over a year ago for both stealing her property and for assaulting your sister, who tried to intervene and prevent you from taking her television. That's what the case is about. You spent, according to you, 6 days in jail. You finally bailed yourself out, and you want to be compensated for that. That's
That
what
is
the case
correct,
is
Your
about.
Honor.
Prior to being arrested last year, when you were arrested on your mother's complaint, how many times had you been arrested before?
A bunch.
How many? More than a dozen?
I could say yes.
And were those, at least some of those arrests, drug-related?
No.
Were they alcohol-related?
No.
Were they physically related? Were they assault cases?
Some. But what does that got to pertain to this case?
Everything pertains to this case. Was some of them involving theft?
No.
Was some of them involving trespass?
No.
So they were all involving assault. More than a dozen cases. What I'm gathering now is information. So of the more than a dozen arrests you had, none involved drugs, none involved alcohol, none involved theft, none involved trespass, all involved assault. Is that a yes or a no?
That's a no.
What else did they involve other than assault?
I'm just talking about this case, Your Honor.
I'm talking about who the
I'm
party...
going to talk about this case at hand. If you don't want to discuss this case, then we can just dismiss it.
Great. Then I'm dismissing it. Thank you very much.
All right,
We're
thank
done.
you. You have a good day.
Mr. Hazelton, Officer Byrd tells me that you have had second thoughts about answering the court's questions, and you're asking me to reconsider the dismissal of this case. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So then let's get back to where I was questioning you before. According to your answers previously, you've been arrested at least a dozen times, none involving drugs. Is that correct?
That is correct.
None involving alcohol.
That is correct.
None involving burglary.
That is correct.
None involving theft.
That is correct.
All involving assault.
That is correct. 3 times.
So of the more than dozen times you've been arrested, it is as a result of either temper or a mental illness, if it wasn't drug or alcohol related.
No, my anger gets the best of me.
Well, that's an uncontrollable,
It's an uncontrollable issue.
for which you've been or not been in treatment.
Not.
Is it correct, Miss Hazelton, that your son never had either a drug or an alcohol problem?
Alcohol.
In October of 2015, Mr. Hazelton, how are you supporting yourself?
By working.
For whom?
Green Star Lawn Maintenance.
How long have you worked for them?
For 38 years off and on.
Are you working for them now?
Yes.
Full time?
Yes.
In the same location?
Yes.
Is that correct?
I think so.
Do you remember on what day you were arrested?
Yeah, I was arrested on May 6, 2015
Where?
in Henry County.
Is that where you live?
I lived, yes.
What time were you arrested?
About 12:20
In the morning?
in the morning, yeah.
And you were at home?
I was at home, right?
And you were arrested on the complaint of your mother and or your sister? Or just your mother?
I was arrested on my mother and sister's complaint stating that I walked in an unlocked door, used the restroom. Upon leaving the restroom, stole the TV out of my mom's room, hit my sister 3 times in the face, and left with the TV.
Okay, you're the sister.
No,
Where is the sister?
She's passed away.
Were you at home that day?
no.
So the sister that you allegedly assaulted is no longer here.
No.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And I gather from your answer that you were not at home when this took place.
No.
Did you have a conversation with your daughter when you got home?
She was holding an ice.
Just a second, did you have a conversation?
Yes.
At what time did you get home on, it would be the 5th
Right.
of May? What time did you get home?
Between probably 9:30 and 9:45, I was playing bingo.
And at that time, Miss Hazelton, who did you live with?
My daughter lived with me.
How old was she?
Let's see.
She was 52.
Shh.
Yeah, she was 50.
She was 50 then?
Yeah.
So when you came home, it was 9:30, 9:45, and tell me first what you saw.
I saw her holding an ice pack on her face, and I asked her what happened. And she said, Glenn came here to use the bathroom, so she let him in. And in the process of using the restroom, he came out with my 32-inch TV, and she went to stop him, and he hit her in the face. That's what she told me. And I was only in the house maybe 5 minutes before the police were knocking on the doors.
Had your daughter called the police?
Yes.
Okay, so she had called the police before you even got home.
Oh, yes.
Do you have the police report?
No, I don't have that.
Do you have the police
Yes, I do.
report? I'd like to see it, sir.
Okay.
Just the police report.
It's right there.
You do know that these reports indicate that you were totally uncooperative, had to be placed in a hood, a spit hood, had to be put in an isolation area.
Excuse me,
Are
Your
you
Honor.
telling me that you were not high on some sort of drug or alcohol that night when they came to your home to arrest you?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Let me first say this.
I asked you a question, Mr. Hazelton. We had
no,
an
I was
agreement.
not high.
We
No, I
had-
was not high. No, I was not on no drugs, okay?
Okay.
My actions speak louder than words. I was arrested, hauled off to jail, ripped out of my bed in my underwear, and you're telling me for a crime I did not commit, how would you react? And the charges were dismissed, not by the judge, by the public defender, the state's attorney, because I didn't steal the TV that my mom said. And my mother sat there and said she's seen me in a while. She hasn't seen me in 7 years. And it's just, or it came out of her in the police report, she states that. And my sister said 2 different signs. She said she came home in an ice pack, but there's no bruises or marks on her. I hit her 3 times. It's all a lie. And why don't they look in her question and call me and ask me, did I do this? They know where I live. You know? They're trying to give me 46 years for this TV. My life is a little more than 46 years, okay? Or acting out in jail or whatever. I didn't do it, and this is the reason I'm suing my mother. I'm out $2,500. I could have gone after her for penal stolen damages.
Your case is dismissed, Mr. Hazelton. You have no case against your mother. We're finished here. Mr. Smith, how did you meet the plaintiff?
The plaintiff was a friend of a friend. Approximately 3 years ago, my cat needed babysitting, so I initiated her. I re-met her again a year ago.
And when you say you initiated something a year ago, tell me what it was that you initiated.
I had purchased a 100-year-old house, and I was conversing with my friends, and she was present about the problems I was having with fixing the house up. I had hired an inspector, but he didn't do a good job. I needed plumbing, a roof, electrical. There was no foundation on my house.
Were you living there?
I was residing there, yes.
With all those things not being there, no foundation, no plumbing, nothing.
They were operational, but not totally functional.
Now we're going to get back how you came to her to help you with all these problems. Stop playing with the papers. There are more papers there than in the Supreme Court.
He's got a long history, Your Honor, sorry.
This is going to be very short. Trust me.
I hired an agent to redo the roof, which I knew needed. She offered to do it. She said she was a contractor. She said
she offered to do the roof herself, or to?
That's what she offered, with a crew of hers.
With a crew?
Correct. But she doesn't have a contractor's license, and she's been on disability since 1992. And I gave her a small portion of the job to put in a solar tube light in the roof.
Did you hire her to do the roof job?
Yeah, I did pay her, yes.
How much?
About $25,000.
To act as a GC, general contractor, getting crews to do things in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you acknowledge, Ms. Smith, that you were paid to do some GC work, general contracting work in his house?
No, I was not, Your Honor.
You were never paid?
I reimbursed employees that
Don't try to double talk me. Were you ever paid by Mr. Smith for work that you or crews hired by you did on his house?
No, Your Honor. I helped him hire the people. He said he needed people, and he wanted me to oversee the workers for work on his house. I did not employ him myself. He did.
Just a second. I got it. I got it. I got her. I got it. I got her. How much do you get from disability a month?
I don't get disability.
You don't get any kind of disability. Be very careful. You don't get any kind of disability.
I had disability. That's why I met Mr. Smith.
Just a second. I asked you a question. What year did you start to collect disability?
I was injured at one time in 1992.
1992. Mm-hmm. In what year, which is even more interesting, did you stop collecting disability?
2015.
So, according to you, until shortly before you started to do work for him, you were collecting disability.
I did not work.
Now tell me why your disability benefits were cut off last year.
That has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it has everything to do with this case. It has everything to do with your last answer. Because when I ask you, well, you paid money to GC, and you start dancing around because if you were paid $25,000 to GC a project, even though you paid other people, then you committed fraud on the federal government. They're going to come looking for you. It has everything to do with this case. You want to tell me why your disability was stopped, if it was?
It had nothing to do with my case with him.
Really? Your case is dismissed. You may be hustling for a long time, Ms. Smith, but you don't hustle me. You don't hustle me. You don't answer my questions, your case is dismissed. Now, according to you, you let her stay in the house while she was doing some GC work on the house. She of course said in her now dismissed claim that she was a renter and you illegally evicted her and therefore she wants $5,000. That's what her case was about, that I just disposed of. Now we're going to get to your counterclaim. The counterclaim says that she proceeded to, after her keys were taken away, to engage in a course of conduct that was harassment. And at one point, she broke into your house and assaulted you. You want to tell me about it?
I allowed her to stay in the room as a guest. She lived 40 miles away. I was trying to help her. She had lack of assets. And she disappeared for 3 weeks, and there was a foul order coming from the room.
When was this? Give me the month.
November.
Okay.
I entered the room. I found stolen property of mine, an old flight suit, camera lenses, dog tags, 7 pairs of scissors. It was a total mess. I decided at this point in time that she had been gone for 3 weeks with no communication. Perhaps it was time I changed the locks. She arrives home. She doesn't even try the locks. She climbs under the house where the foundation wasn't yet, into the basement, into the kitchen, upstairs, pummeled me, grabbed my laptop, and ran away.
Did you call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
I'll provide you with all the police.
No, don't give me everything. Just give me the first police report when she came in
Okay.
and came into the house. When was the last time you had any contact with her?
In court approximately 3 weeks ago.
What court?
She had filed another motion to dismiss my protection order. She showed up late beyond the roll call and argued with the judge that she was there, and when she wasn't.
You filed the protective order. Was it finally granted?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long do you have the protective order for?
A year starting March of this year.
And that's to keep her away from your house.
And no
And
contact
you.
me.
And no Would you put the papers down? Is there any reason whatsoever that you would want to have any contact whatsoever with Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a protection order against Mr. Smith in December of 2015.
Was it granted?
Yes, it was.
For how long?
For 30 days, and I came down
Just
with
a
ocular
second.
migraines and could not make the hearing.
I don't care. It was dismissed. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, just like his
Fine.
order because it was default.
Just
I was not able to make it.
He
Can't
has
be
an order
granted.
of protection against you. That means he can't come near you, which he has not. There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you.
Actually, I've got phone calls, Your Honor.
There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you. So what part of put the papers down don't you get? You have no reason to look at papers. I've dismissed your claim. I'm merely addressing the countersuit.
Well, I have evidence for the countersuit, Your Honor.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when you found that the locks were changed.
I was not informed the locks were changed, Your Honor. I have...
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when the locks were changed.
That day earlier, the day before, when I was driving there, or actually from 3 days before, Mr. Smith was locked out of the house. He called and he wanted me to come home because he wanted me to let him in the house because he had lost his key.
Yes.
And then he had told me that he had crawled under the house. Well, when I came back in town, I was only gone for 3 days, and I have text messages and his employees that worked under me the day before, he had taken my purse. Mr. Stevens had my purse and had sent it over to Marshall's house, which was my house, because I'd left it in Cooley Dam with him, and he had sent it.
Mr. Smith, when was the last contact you had with her?
Approximately 3 weeks ago.
And that was...
At the hearing.
Okay, so this is really what you...
Yes, ma'am.
Pay careful attention. This is really what you have to do. You have to tell your lawyer that at some point, your lawyer has to move before the court not to allow her, without a judge okaying it first, to file a petition against you, to reinstate her protective order, to vitiate your protective order. Sometimes when people file serial orders and there's something wrong with them, judges will do that. They will say, before a clerk can file anything, it needs a judge's counter-signature. Do you understand? What does that mean?
I would like to make one short comment.
Yes.
The judge at the last hearing stated she's a vexatious litigant.
I mean, those are nice words. If they were said, that doesn't mean an order
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
by a judge that says, before you may file another proceeding against Marshall Smith, you must get judicial approval to do that, which
I got
means the
that, Your
judge
Honor.
has to look at the allegations, look at the history of the case, and say, not again on my watch. Do you understand? Your counterclaim is dismissed. You have an attorney. Your claim is for sure dismissed. We're done. Ms. Parrish, Ms. Williams is your sister.
Yes.
Older sister, younger sister?
Older.
How old are you?
21.
And you?
23.
You claim a loan to your sister.
Yes.
A loan that you gave her $400 in March of this year.
Yes.
You needed something for rent or her bills or whatever. It's really not urgently important because Ms. Williams acknowledges that you made a loan to her in the amount of $400 in March, correct?
Right.
So you needed money, you asked your sister, she helped you.
Yes.
You didn't pay her back in March, didn't pay her back in April.
No.
Right? And didn't pay her back in May. Your defense to this is that your sister vandalized your car.
Yes.
She vandalized your car with a rock. She got angry with you. You'll tell me about it. And you have a counterclaim. Your counterclaim is for the damage to your car. I'm sure you have pictures and an estimate, and that the damage far exceeds the amount of the loan.
Right.
Okay. We know that you are owed $400. Do you remember this incident that your sister is talking about in May?
Yes.
And that was towards the end of May of this year? You remember what date it took place?
The 27th.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
Well, she came up to my boyfriend's house and like she was honking, and then I went outside and then she came at me because me and her boyfriend kissed at a party, and she pushed me, like I got out of the way, and then she picked up a rock and tried to throw it at me, and then I moved and she hit her own car.
So she picked up a rock and threw it at you, and you say she caused the damage to her own car.
Yes.
Listen.
That doesn't make any sense. I was standing by my car, so how would I have thrown the rock in my own car?
So tell me what happened.
When I got out, she came over there. We're arguing back and forth.
She came over to...
She walked like toward the car. She was standing like by the driveway.
Okay. You went to her house.
Her boyfriend's house.
Where she was staying.
Right.
And you knew that she was there. What did you go there for?
To confront her for what she did.
Well, you didn't see what she did, but I assume you heard what she did.
My boyfriend admitted to it. So that's why I went over there to confront her.
So you went over to your kid sister's house because you thought she was fooling around with your boyfriend, who confessed to you that he was fooling around with your sister.
Right.
By the way, what did you say or do to your boyfriend?
Well, that's a different story. We got into it before I went over there. But at the end of the day, that's my sister, so I would have took more from her. So that's why I went to go confront her.
Well, that's true. So you expect nothing from your boyfriend so that you're not disappointed.
I was more than disappointed with him, but I was more disappointed with her because that's my sister.
I don't disagree with you. I think that that's probably logical, that you would expect more from your sister than you would do from a boy. Because how old are you? No morals. They think with a different organ than most people. But I can understand it. So you went over there to your sister's house where she was staying, and you drove there. What did you do?
I started honking the horn, and then she came out. And
so she came out of the house, and you are where?
By my car. I walked around it, so I'm by the back door.
And then what happened?
We're going back and forth, yelling, calling each other names. She got mad because I told her that I would sleep with her boyfriend because of what she did. So that's when she threw the rock. And I ducked, not ducked, but moved out the way, and then it hit the car.
Well, you really didn't mean that when you said that.
No, I wouldn't.
Because that would be really stupid.
Yeah.
Then you would be the fool, right?
Right.
Have you spoken to each other since?
No.
Okay. Can I see photographs of the car, please? What kind of rock caused this damage?
Like a little boulder. It was like a large rock. Like there's like a little garden and there's rocks around it, and that's the one she grabbed.
Do you have an estimate for fixing it?
Yeah.
$816. Minus $400 is $416. So you lost the loan, and she's getting her car fixed. Judgment on the counterclaim in the amount of $416. We're finished. Thank you. Miss Irish, this is your son. He's a minor. The car that was damaged is probably in your name, so it belongs to you. And it is your claim that Mr. Garland's son hit that car with a baseball bat. You weren't there, you don't know what happened, and Mr. Garland, you weren't there, and you don't know what happened either.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Why don't you both sit down? So now I have my prey. Mr. Hochberg, what's your first name?
Nick.
What is this young man's name?
Matthew Magruder.
And your first name?
Max.
You can stand up.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're Matthew.
Yes.
Who first had the girlfriend?
Me.
And what's the girlfriend's name, Nick?
Natalie.
And who had Natalie as a girlfriend second? That would be Matt. Did you ever date Natalie?
I am currently dating Natalie.
You are currently dating, and you're Max.
Yes.
From when to when did you date Natalie?
Probably, it was freshman year of high school, so I don't really know the dates exactly.
What year are you in now?
I'm a senior now.
So it would have been 3 years ago.
Yes.
And when did you date Natalie?
It was October 2015 through February 2017.
And you are au courant.
Correct.
Starting when?
May of 2016.
2016 or 17?
2017. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
On what date did this incident happen with the car?
Happened on November 3rd.
Who was going to tell me a story that I'm going to believe?
He will.
You want him to tell the story?
Mm-hmm.
Forget it. It's your case.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me the story from the beginning of the evening.
Okay, so Matthew Magruder texted me and asked me if I wanted to hang out with him that night.
Do you have those texts?
I do not, I don't think.
Do you have the text?
Your Honor, no.
So we don't have the text messages.
Right.
Let us assume that that's what happened, that Matthew texted you and said you want to hang out. Now, were you friends even though you dated Natalie first?
Yes, ma'am.
And he dated Natalie second?
Yes, ma'am.
And so what did you do?
So we met up at Qdoba, the Mexican grill.
What time?
Probably 9.
Don't look at him.
Sorry.
Over here. You met up at a Mexican grill at about 9 o'clock. What happened next?
Matthew had called Max to ask him if he wanted to talk about the situation that they had going on.
Just a second. Matthew wanted to speak to Max.
Right.
When did he tell you that?
I was in the car with him when he called him.
So now you're not in the Mexican grill. You're sitting outside in whose car?
In Matthew's car.
How did you get to Matthew's car?
In my car. We met up at Qdoba and we were hanging out at Qdoba.
So you left your car, you got into Matthew's car. And when you got into Matthew's car, Matthew said, I'm going to call Max.
Yes.
And the conversation with Max had to do with Natalie.
No, not necessarily.
Well, what do you think that he wanted to talk to him about? What do you think?
Probably Natalie. Yes.
I've had 5 children. I have 13 grandchildren. 2 of them are small. They're not there yet. I want to tell you what I know about teenagers. Most of the time when their mouths are moving, they're lying.
Right.
I picked on you because I'm hoping that you won't be foolish enough to lie to me. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Him, I'm not sure about. Do you understand?
Right, yes.
So now you meet up at the Mexican grill just to hang out. But if you're hanging out, what are you hanging out in the car for? If you want to go to the Mexican grill, you go in, you have a taco, you have some guacamole, and you have dip. But you met him, parked your car in the lot of the Mexican grill, got into his car, and he didn't say to you, gee, what should we do? Should we go to the park? Maybe we should go to somebody's house. He said to you, I want to call Max and clear the air, right?
Right.
Keep going. It's getting better.
Okay, so he called Max and talked to him, and
you were in the car.
Yeah, and I was in the car at the time.
I want you to tell me, listen to me really carefully. I want you to tell me what Matthew said when he got Max on the phone.
So he was talking to Max.
What did he say as soon as he got him on the phone?
He asked if he wanted to talk.
And you couldn't hear the answer, I assume. And then what did he say?
And then he was given an address, I believe, and Matthew,
you mean Matthew was given an address?
So Matthew couldn't. I believe that Matthew couldn't talk to him over the phone.
I don't care what you believe. I want to hear what you heard in the car.
Right. So he got an address from Max and said that he would come there.
Now what you're doing is you're with Matthew because you know Matthew was annoyed with Max. Don't say anything. Don't move your head. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. So far, you understand, Nick, that there is absolutely no reason for you to be in the car with Matthew to go over to Nick's house to discuss his ex-girlfriend with her current boyfriend that's going to result in anything good.
Correct.
You understand that?
Correct. I did.
I just want to make sure you understand that.
Yes.
Because your mother gave me a whole thing here in the complaint that makes it sound as if the 2 of you should have halos on the top of your head. And I know that that's a lot of baloney.
Correct.
So you go over to Max's house.
Well, I had gotten in my car now with another friend of mine.
Just a second, you got another friend?
Yeah, I had.
Just a second. Tell me about the other friend that you had.
He was with me when we drove to Qdoba, and then
second.
And then we talked to Matthew.
Did he get out of your car, or was your friend waiting in your car?
Well, we were kind of just hanging out around the cars. We weren't really in anyone's car. We were just hanging out around the 2 cars.
You told me a moment ago that you were in.
I was in.
That
yes.
you were in the car.
Yes, that's correct.
With Matthew.
Yes.
Where was your friend?
He was around the car too. I don't know exactly where he was, but he was around the car.
But not in the car.
No.
Now Matthew gets an address. What's the next thing that Matthew says to you?
Well, he wanted me to go up to the house with him, but I necessarily didn't really want to go up to the house, but I had nothing else to do, so I followed him up there.
You got where this is going?
Yep.
You got where this is going? Now, is what you are suggesting to me that 4 of you went to Max's house?
No, I did not.
How many?
I believe it was 3 that went to his house. And then I was with my friend on another street. We weren't even parked at the house.
Just a second.
Yes.
On what other street were you with your friend?
It was down another street. It was like
How far did you have to drive from the Mexican Grill to get to the other street?
10 minutes, 5 minutes.
10 minutes. Well, what did you drive 10 minutes for to park a block away? Do you get where I'm going? Or do you not get where I'm going?
I still don't think we should have damage to our car. I
No,
know
I
he
thought-
shouldn't have been there.
What kind of shouldn't have been there? You had a gang going to his house over a girl. And if he came out of his house and hit your car with a bat, well, have him fix it. You get where I'm going? You get where I'm going? Yeah. You had no business going there. He was looking for smarty pants over there. He was looking for trouble.
Right.
He was going there for no good, and you went with him.
That's true.
You and your friends went with him.
That's true.
Good. We're done. We're done. Your case is dismissed.
I have him admitting that he.
I actually believe that he probably took a bath and hit your car. Stand up. Miss Irish, I want you to pay careful attention to me. I actually believe that at some point this young man came out of his house with a bat and hit your car. Have him pay for it because he shouldn't have been there. They went as a gang to his house over a girl. But they drove, listen to me, he drove 10 minutes from a safe parking lot to around the corner from his house.
I agree he shouldn't have been there.
Absolutely.
But I don't think anybody should be damaged or hurt or hit. I mean, I don't think that we should have to pay for the car
I don't care what you think.
Your Honor, I wasn't.
I don't care what you think. What I'm telling you is your son's judgment or lack thereof caused your car to be damaged. He went with a group of people looking for I'm speaking, who were looking for no good, including this wise guy. And your son says, I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have gone. I was with my other friends. Why did you go? I had nothing else to do. You should,
I agree with that. Except for our car shouldn't have damage on it.
It shouldn't. I think he should fix it. I think your son should fix it.
I have evidence from Max saying he wanted to pay for the car.
I don't care. That's why we're here. If he wanted to pay for the car, he should have paid for it.
Your Honor.
I'm telling you, I believe that Max hit the car with a bat. He's not paying for it. He's paying for it. Because your son should never have been there. And that's the lesson that you're supposed to teach him. You're supposed to teach him, don't get involved in incidents that could become dangerous for you or somebody else. This smarty pants was looking for no good, and he knows it, and he went with him anyway because he had nothing else to do, he and his other friends. So you pay for the car. And if you want the appropriate person to be charged for it, charge the one who had nothing to do that night. We're done. Goodbye. So now we're in September. In September, did he give you a check?
So what happened was on August 30th, I was alerted by the bank that my husband withdrew $1,472, funds that were not supposed to be touched. Our lawyers said, do not touch that money.
Was that in a joint account?
Yes.
Stand up. Did you withdraw $1,472 from a joint account?
Yes, ma'am.
For what?
Because she was transferring money, utilizing that money for other things. And before it all disappeared, I said, I'm withdrawing half of what was mine, half of the money that was in there.
Just a second. You had an agreement with your respective lawyers not to touch a pool of money. I think we're not going back here years of separation. So at the end of June, how much was in that account, Mr. Cole?
The end of June?
Yeah, when you left.
Nothing. Nothing
Zero.
in that. Yeah, I don't think there was anything.
Zero. Okay. And who put money in there in
It was a
July?
tax refund. Tax refund.
So a tax refund came in.
Correct.
In what month?
August, I believe. Yeah, August. We were in court.
So in
September.
August, tax refund went directly into the account.
Yes.
In what amount?
Just under $6,000.
So $6,000 went into the bank in August. Do you remember what date in August?
No.
Do you remember what date in August, Mrs. Cole?
I think it was between August 8th and August 10th of 2016.
And on what date did you draw out $1,472?
Towards the end of the month.
Now I want you to think very, very carefully, Mr. Cole. During that 2-week period, because you said you drew out this $1,472 because your wife, who has custody of your 3 children, was using that money for other things. I would like you to itemize the other things she was using the money for so that you felt entitled to take out $1,472.
I don't know exactly what it was for.
I mean, was she
do
using
have-
it for... Just a second. Did you see money coming out for a spray tan or for breast augmentation?
No.
Then I'd like you to tell me what other things there were that you triggered in your mind an entitlement to remove funds from an account that a judge had said to you, don't touch.
It was the attorneys that said don't touch.
Fine, attorneys.
Okay.
Yours and hers.
And she was taking money out of the account. And
Just a
before
second.
it
Just
disappeared.
a second. Well, so then you've changed your statement. Your first statement is she was taking out money out of the account for things that she shouldn't take money out of the account for. Okay? So now you're not saying that she shouldn't have taken money out of the account for frivolous things. It could have been for other things, but you don't know what they were. So I'd like you to tell me how much money she took out of the account.
It was probably in the realm of
No,
a few
no.
hundreds of dollars.
No. You went against an agreement with your attorney and you took out an odd number, $1,472. Now, she looks like she's got everything written down very, very carefully. You are standing there with your mother with nothing in front of you. Is it correct that in the month of July, you didn't send $1,400 for the support of your children, you sent $800 for the support of your children?
No.
How much did you send for the support of your children in the month of July?
I don't have that paperwork in front of me.
Well, where did you think you were coming today? To the
we
beach?
were coming to.
Just a second. Where did you think you were coming? You were coming to the beach? No, this is all leading up to what happened on the date that your former wife, and I'm not usually, if you ever watch this program, you understand, I'm an ecumenical abuser. If I think that she did the wrong thing by going to your mother's house because something was wrong with a check, I'll let her have it. But right now, I'm not getting a good vibe from your side. Because first, you tell me that you touched money that you weren't supposed to touch because she was using it for things she shouldn't have. That triggers in my mind, if I didn't ask the next question, going to get gels on her nails instead of supporting your 3 children who are 15, 13, and 11, okay? And you can't support 3 goldfish on $1,400 a month. Do you understand? Ms. Woods, the defendant was your boyfriend, and you were living in one state. He got a job in another state, and according to your complaint, his job was a very good one. You had a job where you were living, but you decided to move with him to this new state. Which new state was he going to?
Ohio.
Ohio. And you had been living in?
North Carolina.
Okay. You have a child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you had a job at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were living together in North Carolina?
Yes, ma'am.
How long had you been living together?
About a year.
So Mr. Smith got a new job, and the new job, in addition to making more money, according to you, gave him a relocation fee. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
How much was the relocation fee?
$5,000.
And when did you get that?
About 4 days after we moved in.
It is your claim 2 things. A, that you signed a lease with him together when you moved in. That whole thing didn't last very long.
Correct.
You left and just were notified that you stuck with the lease, so you want him to be responsible for that. And you also claim that you paid for the moving costs with his assurance that when he got the moving bonus, that he would reimburse you. That's your claim.
Yes, ma'am.
When did you move? In what month?
October 31st.
When did your new job start, Mr. Smith?
October 31st. It was on a Monday.
And how much did the move cost you?
$550.
And how much of that $550, Mr. Smith, did you pay?
When we moved, it wasn't something that I should reimburse. We made the decision to move together.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. That wasn't my question. My question is, if the move cost $500, I assume you have bills for that?
Yes, ma'am.
The move cost $550. My question is, how much of that did you pay?
Oh, we paid out of pocket for each.
What does that mean?
It's not something that she paid for alone.
Well, I'd like to see your bills for the move.
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be $300, and here it's going to be another one as well.
What's point of sale debit? What does that mean?
It is under there. It's the Havenwood Townhomes. I paid the $300 deposit down on the place before we actually moved. They took out $100 to start off, and once we got approved, they took out another $200. That was the money my mother had loaned me for the U-Haul, and I had paid her back. And it was in our agreement that he would pay me back for the both when he got the $5,000, which he did not get back 4 days after we moved. It was
That's for the lease.
the deposit for the lease, yes, ma'am.
And what was the other $250 for?
We didn't agree for me to pay her back.
You moved October 31st. When did you move home?
I moved home on December 15th.
So you were there 6 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what did you do with the $5,000 moving
After
expenses?
taxes, it was around $3,000. I used that to pay the bills, first month's rent, everything.
Okay.
Help with appliances. And,
Just a second.
Yes.
You did that to pay first month's rent.
Right.
Did you pay any part of the rent the first month?
Our first month's rent was free. We did not have to pay anything because we had moved at the last of the month. We did not have to pay anything until December.
So it went to pay December's rent, but you already started working October 31st,
Yes.
according to you.
That was my first day. It was just,
Well, that's okay. You paid October 31st. How often do you get paid in this job? Every 2 weeks?
every 2 weeks.
So that you got 2 paychecks.
That-
Listen to me carefully. You got 2 paychecks by the time December's rent floated around. I'm asking you what you did with the $5,000.
I got the $3,000 after taxes on that Thursday. Used that money to catch up the bills that I were behind.
Which one?
Paid my truck payment.
Your truck. What else?
I have a loan payment I paid for.
A loan. Your loan. For what?
There's a bank loan that I owed the bank a few years ago.
What else?
That's all I paid for myself. And then we went out, I bought, washer and dryer.
Where is the washer and dryer?
I sold it after she left.
What else?
I paid for get the lights switched over, the main bills that we needed to get moved in.
So far, he owes you $550. Now, you want to tell me why you left on December 15th?
Yes, ma'am. It had all started, he was working nights, and every day when he got up, he was really antsy and ill. And I had asked him to get up. I did not have a vehicle at the time. I said, we have stuff that we need to do. And we got into an argument about it. And I said, well, if you could pay me back the money that you owed me originally, I could be able to, get me a vehicle so that I could go and not have to wake you up in the afternoons. But I have a child, and she has places and things that she needs to do as well. And he said, well, I told you that I'm going to pay you back the money, but it's going to be a couple paychecks because I paid off what I had to pay off, and I don't have any money to give you.
She don't even have a license. She don't have a license.
She may not have a license, but that doesn't mean the argument didn't happen.
Right.
I have a text message stating right here that he had told me to pack my stuff and get out. And since I did not have a license or a car, I had arranged for a lady that I knew personally for years to come pick me up.
Okay. Did you stay in the apartment? It's not an answer.
Yes. I finished out December, and then I moved out right after she had left.
Why?
Because I couldn't really afford the place by myself.
Well, she wasn't working when she came out there. You were working.
Yes, but she had got a job when we got out there. I was working 12-hour nights, and she was supposed to get bartend or serve on nights that I was off. And most mornings when I got off work at 7, I get home by 7:30. She had a job to be at 11.
Well, you told her to leave.
We got in arguments. We was on and off for a year and a half.
I understand that, but you told her to pack up and leave.
We say things we don't mean when we're mad.
Well, sometimes you mean them and sometimes you don't. Are you working now?
Yes.
Good. Where do you work?
Same place, plastic packaging.
That's fine. And are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then I assume the landlord will garnish both of your wages. If he didn't re-rent the property, did he or she re-rent the property?
I'm sure they have.
I'm not sure about that. I have tried to contact the place a couple times. They won't return any phone calls.
I can't help you with that. You signed a lease. You're responsible for the lease. He didn't stay there either. The two of you left. It was the idea that between the two of you, you would have enough income to support that apartment. I can't help you with that, but I can help you with the $550, which I believe he agreed to pay you back from his $5,000 moving bonus. Well, the moving expenses, truck fees, etc., that amounts to the $550. Is that correct?
Yes, the moving truck and the...
Okay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $550. We're done. Mr. and Mrs. Purcell, you purchased a lottery ticket.
Correct.
Where did you purchase it?
A bar next to our home
And where is that?
in Sandy, Oregon.
When did you purchase it?
February 20th, 2016.
How much did you pay for the lottery ticket and what were the prizes?
We paid $20 for 20 games. It was an 8-spot Keno ticket.
Have you played this particular lottery before? And it's an Oregon lottery.
Yes, and yes, we have.
Did you ever win before?
Yes.
And prior to this ticket, how much had you won before?
We won one for $600 once.
And that's the only time?
No, we've won a couple for about that amount.
A couple for $600. So it more than paid for itself?
Yes.
I assume. That's
Yes.
why you keep playing. Lucky people.
Yeah, we've lost a few too. We've lost a few
Oh,
too.
I can imagine. People usually only talk about their wins.
Absolutely.
So you bought this lottery ticket and lo and behold, you won. How much did you win?
$1,750.
And you found out that you won how?
Well, my husband went and checked the Did You Win machine, and it said, "You're a winner, please see your retailer." So he brought it up to the bartender, who is our witness, Tria, and she scanned the ticket. Now, if you win over $600, it doesn't tell you immediately how much you won. You have to go back and check the numbers, and then you can find out how much you won. But we had hit 7 out of the 8 numbers, and that paid $1,750.
What did you do next?
Celebrated. And then the next day, I went and got a claim form, which you can get right there at the saloon. And I brought it home, and Dave, my husband, filled it out the next day.
Listing your name, your address?
It was in my name. He put the claim form in my name. He even took a picture of the ticket.
Okay.
We put it in the claim form and sent it out the next day.
And you have a picture of the ticket?
Yes.
Correct.
And then what do? They send you a check?
Yeah, you send it into Salem, Oregon, and it usually takes about 3 days to get it back.
And it didn't come back?
And it didn't come back.
And you began investigating. And you had the picture of the ticket with the numbers.
Yeah, we waited the 2 weeks that they tell you to wait. On the 15th day, I called down there to Lottery and gave her my last name and the numbers. I said, we didn't receive our money. Well, they didn't have any of our information. So I told Dave, someone claimed our ticket. Somebody stole our ticket. So that's when I put in a public records request through the Lottery and received his information.
Okay, and that's how we get to the defendant who cashed your lottery ticket.
Correct.
Okay. First, I'd like to see a photo of the ticket.
He has it on his phone that is actually date stamped. I have a picture of it here, but if you'd like to see it with the date on it,
I would.
That's the picture of the ticket, and then he has it on his phone also. That was taken in February.
Got it. Okay.
We also have our claim form. If you'd like to see that.
I would. As a matter of fact, I'd like to have it up here.
You'd notice the date, it's the 22nd of February.
Okay, did you contact Mr. Linwood personally?
I contacted him through Facebook.
And did he respond?
Yes, after a couple of attempts.
Okay, and what did he say to you when he responded on Facebook?
I'd be glad to show you that.
I'd like to see it.
I draw your attention to the last few.
I'm going to read them all.
Yeah, because he does change his story a couple of times. Okay.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Linwood?
I drive forklift, I do retail, and I do warehouse work.
Let's try to get one cogent story, sir.
Okay.
On what date did this lottery ticket come into your possession?
It had to have been February 27th or probably the beginning of March.
And how did it come into your possession?
Came into my possession, my father-in-law at the time, he contacted me one morning saying, hey, I won a lottery ticket of $1,750. I said, oh, wow, that's awesome. He said, well, could you help me out? It's unsigned. Can you turn it in for me? Because if I turn it in, I'm afraid that child support will take most of it. And I said, yeah, sure.
Stand up. What do you do for a living?
I'm a well driller.
What's your last name?
Richard.
On what date did this lottery ticket come into your possession?
It was on a Friday night. I was at a bar called the Country Corral.
You go to the bar often?
No, I played video poker that night.
Is this bar near to where you live?
Close, yes.
You never know where I'm going to be going, Mr. Richard.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I got you.
So it's close to where you live, and you've lived at this address for how long?
Probably 2 months at the time.
Why 2 months?
Because I relocated.
With whom did you relocate?
My daughter and my son-in-law.
The three of you moved into this place together. Am I understanding that you moved into this new place 2 months before, so that would have been in December, with the defendant and your daughter?
Correct.
You see how you don't know where I'm going, so you understand that?
Yes, I do. Your
Yes, you
Honor.
do. So now you're at a place with Mr. Linwood, and Mr. Linwood just told me that he got a call from you. Now he lives with you. Why do you think that I would believe that since you were living with him, he would call you instead of discussing it with you when he saw you at home? Why do you think that, Mr. Linwood?
Well,
You have to think fast. Just tell me why you think that he would call you, and you would have a record of that, correct? On your phone log that he called you.
I do not, Your Honor. It was
right.
an old
Now,
phone.
but why do you think he would call you instead of discussing it with you in person? Because clearly he wanted you to do something illegal, right? Right? If he was looking to avoid child support, he was looking to do something illegal, right?
Yes.
Isn't that something you would want to discuss in person with somebody rather than over the phone?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
So why would you think if he was living with you, he would discuss that with you over the phone? And by the way, where did you get the call?
I got the call. I was at my house, and
where was he?
He's not always at the house.
It's going to get better. I'm going to enjoy it better. All right. Now, Mr. Richard.
Your Honor.
Do you understand? This is not going to turn out well for you or for him, because I read his texts back and forth to the plaintiffs, and his texts back and forth suggests to me he clearly knew that he came into possession of this lottery ticket that did not belong to him. And you knew that if you were involved, that you came into possession of the lottery ticket that didn't belong to you, because immediately what he said was, please don't go to the cops. I will have your money, please. And the first thing he said was that you gave him the lottery ticket as a gift.
As a gift.
As a gift. But then he said that you didn't give it to him as a gift. He said you asked him to cash it for you so that you could avoid child support. Which one do you think it is?
Gift.
It was a gift to him.
Yes.
Well, then he had the money, you see. Then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, he had the money. He said, I didn't spend most of it. I have $900. Then he said, I have $1,400. I have to wait until I get paid, but I'll get it all back to you. And then all of a sudden, your tone changed, Mr. Linwood.
Yes, it did, Your Honor.
And why did your tone change?
Your Honor, my father-in-law told me.
Your father-in-law is a liar. So he can sit down. Sit. And so are you. In a short space of 2 pages, you changed your story 3 times.
Yes, I did.
And you swore, and just a second, and you swore to me that he is a liar. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because he just said to me that it was a gift to you. And your answer says he asked me to cash the lottery ticket for him, and this is a sworn deposition, because at the time he owed back child support, and he was afraid that his winnings would be taken away from him. Now, he just swore to me that he made this lottery ticket gift as a gift to you.
It was not a gift, Your Honor.
Well, so then you just called him a liar. So he's a liar.
Yes.
That's what I said. That's why I told him to sit down. You see, and you came together. And you two are so stupid you can't even get your stories together. You slept in the same hotel room last night and you can't get your stories together. They ought to give a prize for stupid. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,750. We're done.
I bought the car in May of 2017.
How much did you pay for it?
$14,000.
Did you have a note on the car, or
Yes,
did you
ma'am.
pay cash? So if you had a note on the car, then, Miss Giles, you had to have insurance, full insurance on the car, correct? Yes, of
ma'am.
course, you had to have insurance. And your car was stolen.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you report it stolen to the police?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you collect on the insurance?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Why not?
The transmission went out in the car, and I wasn't driving it, so I did not pay the insurance.
So you didn't pay the insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a big problem. You had a contract to pay the insurance, right? So somebody gave you $14,000. How much did you put down on the car, Miss Giles?
I put down $1,000.
And so you took out a loan for $13,000. Did you pay off that loan?
No, ma'am.
And you didn't have insurance?
I had insurance
But then you didn't have insurance while you were supposed to have insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
So you stiffed the bank.
I'm still paying on the car note.
Show me. I want to see that you're still paying on the car note. $13,000, because that would be very interesting to me if you're still paying on the car note of a car that you don't have, and all you're suing the defendant for is $700 and then $900. And the other is for punitive damages for losing my car. So you paid him $900 and he didn't fix your car. So I want you to show me that all the payments that you made in January, February, March, April on the car of this year.
Okay.
But don't waste my time.
I'm not wasting your time. They were paid, ma'am. I'm not wasting your time.
Fine. So you've been paying on the car for March and April. What's the monthly payment?
The payment is $298.
Okay. March and April payments.
Yes, ma'am. I have those payments. I also have the way that I paid them, and I also have the text message stating that when Mr. Egan got my car.
No. I don't want all of that.
Here you go.
This tells me nothing.
That is the payment.
That tells me nothing. Your car payment, is, according to you, is $298. That's your car payment.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to circle on here your car payment for February and March.
Okay.
Return that. I don't want that piece of paper. That's nonsense. $298. I didn't see any payment for $298 anywhere.
I paid extra in February. I paid $350 in February, ma'am.
Just a second. Why would you pay $350 in February?
Because I was in between jobs. I was a little behind. So I made sure to catch up my February payment.
Just a second. So you were a little behind. How many months behind were you?
I wasn't any months behind, ma'am. Maybe a couple of days or maybe a half of, like I maybe paid half of, last month or something like that. But I think maybe with interest, like I said, I paid $350 in February for my full car payment, which I have right here. It says paid in full.
Can I see what you're showing me? Just a second. Let me see paid in full. Don't give
That's
me a
February.
lot of papers. Let me see paid in full.
That's February.
For February. Well, the total amount due February 1st, according to this, was $773.89. That's on February 1st. And on February 9th, you paid, according to this, $350 on total amount due $773.89. That's what this says. Now you can show me this same thing from March. So far, you're at least a month behind. That's what this says.
I have my full payment history right here, and it's not sent.
You just, Miss Giles, you just handed me this thing that says...
That was from a statement that they gave me in February.
That says $733 that was due and owing. You made a payment to them of $350 on February 9th. Then sometime in February, the car's transmission, according to you, when did the car's transmission go?
In March, ma'am. I just tried to show
Just
you.
a second. In March, the transmission went. Now you're going to show me March's payment.
I have
March's payment.
Yes, ma'am. When my transmission went out, ma'am, I spoke with the bank. The bank told me that I could pay them.
Don't tell me what the bank told you, Miss Giles. This is your problem with me. Your problem with me is that right now you don't, according to you and according to the defendant, nobody knows where your car is.
My car just came up missing last Monday, ma'am.
If your car came up missing last Monday, it's very possible that it got repossessed
It
by
did
the
not
bank.
get repossessed, ma'am. I'm trying to explain to you what happened, ma'am. In March, I spoke with my bank because my transmission stopped working the beginning days of March. I spoke with my bank, ma'am.
Just said, you're not, Miss Giles, you're not going to tell me what the bank said to you.
I
showed me.
I can show you, ma'am. I can show you. I have paperwork and documents. I was granted an extension if I paid.
Just a second. Show me where the bank granted you an extension in March.
Yes, ma'am. I have it right here. Yes, ma'am.
Just show me where the bank granted
It's
you.
all right here.
No,
Yes,
don't give me a lot of papers.
It's not. It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Show me the paper where the bank granted you an extension in March.
Here you go. It shows right here.
Good. According to this, on March 31st, you signed this agreement that indicated your payment would be due on April 1st.
No, ma'am, it's May 1st.
No.
It's May 1st, ma'am.
Okay.
That
Let
April
me read
was
this
the
to you.
month that
Please
was-
be advised that this agreement will be revoked and null and void if you fail to sign and return this agreement by February 12th. The contract will be extended and your regular payment will be due on April 1st, 2018, provided you sign this agreement and return it. The agreement was sent to you on March 29th. Following that payment, your next regular payment due is 4/1/2018, and every month thereafter until your new maturity date, which will be August 1st, 2023.
Ma'am.
That's what it says.
That's not what I was told.
Well,
That's not what they just told me upstairs when I called.
I want you to
have the payment.
Ms. Giles, get this absolutely correctly. What you handed me said your payment was due April 1st. Right now, you don't know where the car is. Shh! You don't know where the car is. According to you, it was taken last Monday.
Yes, ma'am. I have a
Well,
police
just a
report.
second. According to you, it was taken last Monday. You found it missing, right?
It was at the shop where
Just
he had me to tow it to. I was going back to check on it, and they told me that it was gone, that it was there that morning, but by the time I made it on Monday, it was gone.
It was gone. And what was last Monday's date?
It was the 16th.
Your payment was supposed to be received by them April 1st. What I'm telling you, Miss Giles, is either one of two things happened, Miss Giles. Either.
Ma'am, my payment is due on May 1st.
Show me just a second.
They gave me April, and I was supposed to start my first. My payment is due May 1st. When I
Just show
just
me
called
here.
upstairs, I can call right now.
No, don't call right now.
I don't
You have a bigger problem than the $700. Miss Giles, stop with the histrionics. You have a bigger problem than the $700 you gave him for a new transmission. You have a much bigger problem. Your bigger problem is that you owe this bank $13,000 because if you didn't have insurance, and you were supposed to have insurance on a car of which you owe $13,000.
Here's
that
my
means
insurance right here, ma'am. Like I tried to explain to you, I paid my insurance. When I gave my car to Mr. Egan, ma'am, my car was insured, and I paid my car insurance. But at that point, it was either get my car fixed or to, pay again the next month. After he'd taken my money, I could not pay my car insurance again, ma'am. I had to go
either
save
you
money
had,
to get my
listen
car
to me,
fixed.
either you had insurance or you didn't have insurance.
I had
Before we
insurance when I gave Mr. Egan my car, ma'am. I had insurance in the middle of March, ma'am.
Well, if you had insurance, madam, in March, then you had insurance in April. And if you had insurance in April and if your car was stolen, then the insurance company will reimburse you. If they repossessed your car,
they did not, ma'am. I called.
Well, then,
before I reported my car stolen, my lawsuit was already filed. I filed my lawsuit on April 1st, ma'am. I did not report my car taken until
Ms.
April
Giles,
the 16th.
I'm not satisfied with this case. And if you think that you will have a better chance going back to the small claims court from where you came, I'm going to dismiss your case without prejudice, and you can go back there. I'm not buying the story. Do you understand? With all your histrionics, I'm not buying this story. Go back to small claims court and maybe somebody will buy this story. I'm not buying it. Goodbye. Mr. Ramirez, how old are you, sir?
I'm 22.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a restaurant. I'm a server.
In what restaurant?
Ramen by York.
And where is it located?
In Highland Park.
What are your hours of employment, sir?
I'm part-time right now.
What are your hours of employment?
From 6 to 11.
6 p.m.
Yes, to 11
to
p.m.
11 p.m. And what do you do all day?
I'm starting school again. I just started school.
I don't care what you are doing soon. What do you do now during the day? Which school do you attend now?
I do an online schooling.
So you don't go to school. You do online, which means you work out of your house?
Yes.
And who do you live with?
My parents.
And what do they do?
Construction.
They both work?
Yes.
Are they working today?
No.
Where are they today?
They have regular activities that they do throughout the day. I have a little sister, so they take care of my sister.
What are they doing today?
I have no idea. They're out doing their own thing.
But they're not working today?
No, I don't think so.
And where is your little sister?
With them.
Well, you don't think so. Does that mean that you were home today doing your online school?
No.
What were you doing today?
I had a family emergency today.
I want to hear what the emergency was.
I had a family emergency. I had a family emergency with my brother. He has a liver cirrhosis of the liver. So it was out of nowhere, and we all went to the hospital. And I just got home.
Just a second. What hospital is he in? You just told. Listen to me very carefully, Mr. Ramirez. You just told me a moment ago that your parents were out doing, you don't know what today. They were out doing things, regular things, because they weren't working. That's what you told me 2 minutes ago. You told my staff in the back that you had a family emergency, but just a moment ago you said your parents were out doing their own thing. Now all of a sudden you have a family emergency and everybody was in the hospital. Listen to me very carefully, Mr. Ramirez. I'm going to explain something to you about time and other people's time. You purchased a car from Miss Rodriguez. You didn't know her before you purchased the car from her, is that correct?
Yes.
You purchased the car from her because you saw the ad online, correct? And you bought the car and you had an agreed upon price.
Yes.
I'm going to get to the rest of the facts of the case because you didn't finish paying for the car.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get to the facts of the case in a minute. I'm not finished with you about other people's time. I spent a lot of time in school preparing for what I do. All these people work. Do you know what I mean? Work. Full time. They work. They get up in the morning and they don't go to school online. If they went to school, they actually got out, put their behind in a car, drove to school, or went to school. Do you understand? I'm here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time. Bird is here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time today. Most important, the lady that you stiffed on the car that you didn't know was here at 1:15, the same time you were supposed to be here. Do you understand? That is disrespectful. Stop tapping. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful of other people's time when you're late. You see all these people sitting in the gallery? They could have been home 40 minutes ago if it wasn't for you. I could have been home 40 minutes ago and been on the treadmill if it wasn't for you. She could have been on her way home if it wasn't for you. Do you understand? That's respect for other people's time. And if you're 22 years old and you don't understand that yet, I'm prepared to give you a dress down. Now we understand each other?
Okay, but I had a family emergency.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Mr. Ramirez, I understand your words, family emergency. You told me 5 minutes ago you didn't know where your parents were. They were out doing chores because they weren't working today. And then when you realized where I was going, you went back to your original route. I had a family emergency. Now, all of a sudden your parents who were out doing chores were at a hospital with your brother who has cirrhosis of the liver? Is that what you're telling me? You forgot about that when I asked you first where your parents were? If I asked you, Mr. Ramirez, where are your parents today? And you said, we were at the hospital with my brother. That I could understand. But when I asked you where they were, uncross your hands. You said to me they were out doing their things because they're not working today. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, you bought a car from Miss Rodriguez and you agreed to pay her how much?
$1,600.
You gave her a $500 deposit. She's a trusting soul. You gave her a $500 deposit, and because you probably said to her, I'm going to pay you every month religiously until the $1,600 is paid off, just like you told me you had a family emergency, she trusted you enough to give you the registration for the car, right? Right?
Yes.
And then you were smart enough to register the car in your own name, right?
Yeah, it wasn't registered.
You've never had the car registered?
No, it wasn't registered before.
I don't care whether it was or not. You had it registered in your own name.
Yes.
And that was the last Miss Rodriguez heard from you. Now, when he purchased the car, he came. He looked like a nice young man, right?
Yes.
And he said, I promise I'll give you what? How much a month?
It was supposed to be $500 every week. For
He
2
was going to
weeks.
give you $500
Yes,
a week for 3 weeks?
No. December 12th was supposed to be the first payment of $500, and then December 19th was supposed to be another payment for $500, and the following week was supposed to be a payment of $100.
So what happened on December 12th?
I believe,
Oh, don't tell me.
I'm sorry.
December 12th comes and goes, you don't hear from him.
Yes.
And what happened?
I messaged him. I have text messages to prove it. I messaged him, and he was just giving me the runaround. It took me
That's a conclusion, giving you the runaround. You said, where's my $500? What did he say?
He told me that he was going to go to the DMV to go register because his mom wanted to make sure that the car could be registered. I told him,
Okay, but he still had to pay me the $500. And he said that he had to spend like $500 for the smog and to register the car. He said that he was going to go try to get a loan or borrow money from his cousin. But I told him if he pays me next week, he's going to have to pay me $1,000 because it's a late payment.
Right. Well, then he was supposed to pay you the $1,000.
Yes.
The following week, $500 a week. He doesn't make $500 a month. Serving, what kind of food do you serve? Ramen?
Yeah.
Ramen, working part-time, he doesn't make $500 a month. Now, you made a deal with her for
Yeah.
$1,600 for her car.
Yeah. No.
What, you paid her $500 for the car. You were late coming to court today. When you called the clerk's office in the back, you said, I'm getting off the freeway. Were you riding a bicycle on the freeway?
A car.
Were you riding on the freeway? Whose car?
Your producer's car.
What happened to your car?
Because I was just getting home from the emergency that I had, and he texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm in your area. I'll go get you." And I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "I'm just getting home. I just got home, threw on clothes, and came." Because I had earlier this morning, I had texted. I had said like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I have a family emergency. I'm really sorry. Like, is there any way we could push the day or the time? Like, I just
Early this morning.
Yes.
Early this morning. Well, what was your emergency early this morning? Early this morning when you called and said, is there any way we could push over the date? What was your emergency early this morning? Not at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. What was your emergency early this morning?
Emergency I had today.
Did you, just a second, did you tell the producer that early this morning, that your brother early this morning was in the hospital with an emergency? Early this morning.
Yeah, when I say early, it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock early this morning, yes.
And said?
Is there any way I could extend a later time or the date, I would really appreciate it, yes.
Is that what you said to her? What about the brother in the hospital with an emergency?
That's why I had texted her saying, is there any way
that's a significant thing. That way the producer wouldn't have gotten in her car to go find you. Do you understand?
Yeah, I told her.
Do you understand? Where's the car?
What car? Her
car that you bought from.
It's parked in front of my house.
Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,100. We're done very much. Your lawsuit is, so you did no work in the house. At some point, you say you were notified, and you must have reports to show me, that there was stuff going on in the house that caused your neighbors to call the police, and the police came. There was domestic violence. When you finally heard about it, you went and you found that the whole property looked like a trash house. She had vehicles parked in the front. She had a trailer in the back, up in the backyard where some other people were living.
Correct.
What kind of trailer?
I wasn't there when the trailer was there.
Well, how do you know there was a trailer there?
Because of his paperwork. It was there at one point in time, but...
So there was a trailer. Well, and let's get it straight.
Yes, there was a
Either
trailer.
he has pictures.
Yes, there was a trailer.
I mean, you can make up things. You can make up things, you know, like you're the Wicked Witch of the North, or you're like the Good Witch from the East, or whatever it is. But for him to say had a trailer parked in the yard, that's not something
It wasn't
that he
mine.
makes up.
It was something to do with him and the people that were back there.
Who?
Gary.
You mean he had tenants living back there in a trailer?
He told them people they could put the trailer back there. That's a lie,
Your Honor. Hey, listen, I find a lot about you suspect. Just from the foot to foot, I find a lot about you suspect. Did you move the trailer back there?
I did not know.
Do you know who did?
I know who put the trailer back there, yes.
Who did?
Renee and Tyler.
Who is that?
It's a mutual friend of all of ours.
What was your relationship with the guy who was living in this house, his business partner?
We were just friends. His daughter also lived there too in the beginning. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I was downstairs. Fred and his daughter were upstairs.
Who lived in the trailer?
Nobody lived in the trailer. The trailer was just parked there.
Now, at some point you moved to evict Miss Warburg. Tell me when you moved to evict her, and first tell me when, and then I'd like to see the paperwork indicating why, and the
That
documentation
was
to support.
September 12th, 2016.
Okay, tell me why.
Why? I got a call from officer of the Brooklyn Park Police Department.
Yeah, I'd like to see the report.
Okay. Here's the eviction notice.
No. First I want to see the
All right.
police report.
Police reports.
And
these
then?
are for abatements, and these are from the Brooklyn Park Police.
Okay, good. Who's Kathleen Marie?
It's my friend.
And Pixley was your boyfriend?
Yes.
And you had an argument with him on July 19th?
I did.
And you wanted him out of the house?
Right.
So you told your friend who was staying with you to call the police and get him
She
out of...
wasn't staying with me. She was there. I was at the cemetery.
No, I understand, but she had been there for a couple of days, according to the police report.
She'd been there. She'd spent the night. Yes.
And you told her to call the police to have them get him out of there?
Yes.
Okay. So he didn't want to leave. You came back from the cemetery on July 19th, and then you had another fight with him, and the police came back to the house on that date. Okay. And he was off his meds, is that correct? And he did some damage inside the house.
No, he spit on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't, like, break anything.
According to the police report, he...
I'm not talking to you yet. And your daughter had gotten into a verbal argument with the same boyfriend back in May?
No, that was her boyfriend.
Oh, that's a different person.
Right.
Your daughter has a drug problem?
Yes, she does.
Boyfriend too?
No.
He does not?
No, he does not. He's clean and sober.
Your Honor, I have evidence that he OD'd.
That was my boyfriend.
We're talking about her daughter's boyfriend. Kathleen is the same person.
Right.
She also called the police on the 19th, then again on July 23rd.
That's the same
Same
day.
day.
I believe that was Julie had called the police that day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about Mariah's boyfriend. And he had showed
Was your
up.
daughter's boyfriend staying at the house?
No, he was not. Not
But
at
your
that time.
daughter was?
No, my daughter wasn't either. I had custody of their kids at that time.
Her kids?
Mariah's, my daughter's children, my grandchildren.
How old are they?
2 and 5.
You have them through the foster care system?
I did.
So what was she doing in the house?
She wasn't there.
She was in your house.
What date was that?
Whatever date it was, what was she doing in the house?
No, in the beginning she was allowed there. It was after she didn't show up to court, and I believe that was in July or August. It was in August, and then she wasn't allowed there. But they were allowed to see the kids. Both her and Philip were. Philip's got custody of the children now.
Who does?
The father, the dad. He got them back. He did everything he had to.
Who's Renee Curtis?
She's one of the ones that put the trailer in the backyard.
And Tyler is her boyfriend?
Yes.
And he was also in the trailer?
He wasn't there that time.
He had been in the trailer?
He had been, yeah.
So based on these reports, you moved to evict her?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. I would too.
Anybody would.
You don't have to help me. I would too. Can I see the eviction notice, please? What property did she steal?
The trailer in the back was stolen from Fridley, Minnesota.
On what date?
That happened, I believe, on the 10th of October. At that time, she was notified about the vehicles being parked all over the grass.
You have photographs of that?
No, but I got evidence of the city making the complaints where they were located in the yards.
The abatement,
If you want to see it, the abatement orders.
This is her countersuit with regard to the vehicles
I know,
that were
but
impounded. So I'm
relevant.
not there yet. I'll get there. At some point, when you had her evicted, you went in and you say you found damage to the home. I'd like to see the photographs of that.
Okay.
Who's the artist in your house?
That would be Pixley. But it's all painted. I mean, it's all fixed.
When?
I have pictures.
I'd like to see it.
It's airbrush. She wrote on before and after.
When was this picture taken?
That was taken before he had me evicted.
How much before he... I want to know, and this you want me to believe, that the crazies that were living in this house, that this is the way the house looked right
That's
before
exactly
you had...
how the house looked.
I mean, what I see is a whole lot of other kind of living, which is whole different than this.
It was all painted, but that's how my house looked every day. I had two living rooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, a fireplace. My house was beautiful.
It's not your house, it's his house.
Well, when I lived there. And he even was there at the end of July and told me how nice it looked. He came and used the bathroom. He knows my house was nice. He's the one who came in. He gutted the bathroom. He's doing this all for insurance. I never seen his pictures either.
Let me show them to you.
And I was packed, ready to move.
Would you give that to her?
When he had me evicted, and then just went through all my stuff and threw it in the garage in a pile. Yeah, this is what he did after he had me taken out. I have more pictures too. He went through every one of my boxes, all of my belongings, took what they wanted. He had somebody living in my house or in my property.
There's a pinball
in his house.
machine in the bathroom.
It's in the kitchen.
It's in the kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry. It's in the kitchen.
I was getting ready to move. My whole house was packed. You can call the sheriffs. They wouldn't write me a statement. He had somebody living in the house for a week.
Would you?
Damaging it. Cleaning it. Cleaning
it? No, they were in there destroying it. And yeah, these pictures.
And loading a
this
dumpster.
is after
Garbage.
he had me taken out. I have the order of them putting me back in the house after he legally evicted me, the stay order.
Okay, so you were evicted on what date?
The sheriffs removed me October 20th.
October 20th. And October 25th, you moved back in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and between October 20th and October 25th, what you're suggesting is that this is the way the house was?
Yes, ma'am.
And you stayed there until when?
I moved October 31st.
So you stayed there for 6 days?
I had to clean my stuff up.
Just a second. You stayed there for 6 days. Is this what you're telling me?
I did. I had to clean all my stuff back up. He went through everything I owned.
Did you?
Dump boxes. I have a sheriff's...
It's not true,
I have
Your Honor.
reports.
Do you have a sheriff's report?
I have.
I'd like to read it.
Okay. These are both reports that I have, that the front door was broken when I moved in, and well, that's some of the damage he's claiming, and then the second one's when I made the report.
Do you have pictures of the house now?
I believe they're up there, Your Honor.
We're not talking about damage. You're talking about what the house looks like today.
Today, I can't go by the house because I got chased off by... He ran me down the road. This is a real story. He took off after me in his truck, and he ran me off the road.
Who did?
And then he's got a disorderly conduct for it. It was one of her guys that she had living there. He ran after me down the road. It's in the police reports.
And?
And he almost smashed me into a telephone pole.
You rented an apartment from the defendant. How many apartments do you have?
I have a sixplex, Your Honor.
That you own?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you first see the apartment?
August 27th.
Is that when you first met Miss Klingensmith?
Yes.
You liked the apartment?
It was okay.
So you decided to rent it, and the rent was how much a month?
$750.
And you were going to be living there with?
My daughter.
When did the lease start?
August 27th.
Is that when you moved in?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what your lawsuit is about. You claim that Miss Klingensmith stole money from your disability account.
Yes, ma'am.
Which was rent money, $750, and then evicted you for non-payment of rent. So you are suing her for that theft?
Yes.
As well as an illegal eviction?
Correct.
Ms. Klingensmith said, I never stole any money from her. I didn't take money out of her account. She's counterclaiming for some damage that was done to the property when you moved out. Okay. Was there any security deposit?
Yes,
Okay.
I gave her $400 security deposit.
Did you get that back?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you moved in August. Did you pay any rent for August?
Yes, it was prorated.
Okay, so you paid August rent. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you paid September's rent?
Yes, ma'am.
On time?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What about October?
It was late due to my disability.
How late?
The 13th, October 13th.
And rent was due on the 1st?
It was due on before, it was late before, yeah, it was due on the 1st, but late after the 3rd.
Late after the 3rd. Did she evict you in October?
She sent me an eviction letter, yes.
In October?
Yes, two of them.
On what date?
October the 6th and October the 7th.
So what did you do?
I ended up paying my rent on the 13th. I had my disability. I was coming from Sacramento to move to Reno, so I had to transfer over my disability payments, and it took the Social Security a minute to do that. And I told Ms. Klingensmith that when I moved in, she knew I got disability, and this would happen, during.
You can't tell me what she
Okay,
she knew. All she knew was you paid her rent in August, and you paid her rent on time in September, and in October you did not.
Right.
So after, I assume, you got these eviction notices, you called her?
No, I didn't call her. I just called her. Well, yeah, I called her to pay the rent on the 13th.
On the 13th. So what did you do when you...
Oh, I tried to speak to her a couple of times to tell her that...
Not tried. You spoke to her.
I didn't speak to her at all.
You just paid your rent on the 13th.
Right. I tried to get a hold of Miss Klingensmith, and I have proof of that. I tried to give her a call. When she was in the parking lot of our complex, I tried to talk to her.
She paid your rent on the 13th?
Yes.
What happened in November?
November, my money was stolen out of my account in the amount of $713.
Just a second. So money was stolen out of your account in November?
Yes.
And the amount that was stolen was $713?
Yes.
And?
So when I called Ms. Klingensmith to pay my rent, when I checked my card, the money was gone. So she's the only one that had my information and my card, because September I gave her my debit card to take the rent off herself. She took the rent off September herself to the ATM machine. She's the only one that had my PIN, all my social, everything. My money was gone, and I have proof of that for our department. So money was gone. So she stole my money and then tried to evict me for it.
Ridiculous. She was going to steal your money. She would have stolen $750, not $713.
Well,
I mean, if she was going to take your money without your authorization, wouldn't she have taken everything that she was entitled to?
Well, I would think, why would she want I don't know, maybe she didn't want nobody to know her.
I don't know why. If that's your whole argument, that somebody, case of...
She didn't call me at all for my rent in November, at all. And she usually calls or knocks on the door. She didn't do none of that.
You told me that the only notice that you got from her in October was that on the 6th she served you with an eviction notice.
She showed me, that's October. We're talking about November, right?
I understand that. What do you mean she always? You only lived there since August. August you paid the rent. September you paid the rent on time. October you did not, and you said the first you heard from her was when she served you an eviction notice on October 6th.
Okay. In October, yes, I did hear from her. She knocked on my door and a few times in October.
You have no case against her. You didn't pay your rent in November. Somebody, probably in a case of identity theft, I have no idea.
Okay, Ms. Judge Judy, I have proof that I tried to pay my rent to her in November, even though my money was stole. I have proof of that.
Just tell me when.
Okay, I tried to pay.
I asked you for a date.
Okay, November the 4th, I believe. I tried to pay.
Make sure you're giving me the right. You just told me you didn't have any money in your account because she had
stolen
your...
No, just because I didn't have any money. Okay, just because I didn't have any money in my account from that card, I have money back. You can look at my back pay from Social Security, and my dad wrote a check for October. So I do have money to pay my rent. Just because my money was stolen out of my card doesn't mean I don't have any money.
I want you to show me when you tendered her the rent in November.
Okay. Can I look on my phone?
Absolutely.
Okay. 11/20. Well, okay. We had
just the date. I don't want to hear an excuse. I said
November 12th.
You're late. You're late.
Your Honor, we went to court. That's why I'm late. We went to court for the eviction. She evicted me on the 4th. We went to court. The judge ordered me to pay $590 for that month of November. I have that right here from the judge. He ordered me to pay $590 for November. That was from the judge. That was on like the 22nd of November. So he ordered me to pay $590 for rent, and he ordered me to pay $300 starting January for the rest of my deposit. Ms. Klingensmith was there in court. When the judge ordered that, he told me I had a certain amount of time to pay it, right? I tried to pay Ms. Klingensmith 3 times, and I have proof of me texting her saying I have the rent. She ignored my calls.
You're talking about November 22nd? Is that the date you're talking about?
Yeah, because we got
Is that the date that you're talking about? So just let me understand what you're saying to me. Don't talk fast.
Okay.
What you said to me was, I tried to give her rent on November the 4th. Now you're saying to me that you tried to tender her the rent after the judge ordered you on November 22nd to give her a certain amount of money.
Again, yes.
Your case is dismissed. You have no case against her. You have no case that she stole any money out of your account, and you didn't pay your rent on time in October, and you didn't pay your rent on time in November. You have but for the fact that she sued you here, would you have counterclaimed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well, you have $400 in security deposit, but she lived in the apartment in the month of November.
Yes, ma'am.
And you received no money for November.
Correct.
Okay, fine. So now you're going to tell me what the damage is.
I have a list here.
Your Honor, she did not mention any damages in court.
Don't speak.
I have utility bills that she did not put the utilities in her name.
Just a minute. That's not in this counterclaim. In this counterclaim you have, I had to extensively clean the unit and repair several holes that were in the walls. She didn't pay her rent on time and made complaints about me to the Housing and Health Department. She would call my work claiming there was an emergency. She owes me for the damages, which the only thing that I have here in your countersuit are cleaning of the unit, which I will look at a bill if you have a cleaning bill.
Your Honor.
And the whole... Don't
Please.
speak. Cleaning bill and pictures of holes in the wall I will look at. Those are the only things. I don't care about your emotional distress. The only ones who don't speak. Those are the only things that are in your counterclaim.
This is what I filed when I filed the
I don't care what you
counterclaim.
filed. This is the only thing that's here. It's the only thing that's here. I'll show you. This is what you signed. You can read it.
Your Honor, please.
That's what you signed. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
We're done. Unless you have, just a second, unless you have a bill for the cleaning.
I have a bill for my maintenance gentleman.
Your Honor,
Well,
please let me talk really quick.
I'm on her counterclaim. I'm not on your claim anymore. You have no claim for unlawful eviction, and you have no proof that she stole money.
Your Honor, I'm very nervous right now, like really nervous. Because my daughter can tell you, I haven't told you everything. Like, I'm so nervous that I don't know what to do, and if you can let her tell you that I did try to pay my rent in November on time. She wouldn't answer my calls.
Listen to me.
She didn't answer. I have proof.
Listen to me.
I tried to pay before the 3rd. I tried to pay it.
Then I'm not listening to her. You show me proof that you tried to tender her payment.
She didn't answer my calls on purpose. She didn't answer my phone calls.
Your claim is dismissed. It's ridiculous. You want to show me bill from your maintenance person?
What about my couch that was left in there in the house?
You shouldn't have left it.
She locked me. She locked me out.
You shouldn't have left it.
Oh.
No. Counterclaim's dismissed. We're done. Mr. Angelieri, it is your claim that the defendant hit your parked car.
That's correct.
Defendant says, I didn't hit the car, I stopped short of hitting the car, and she has a counterclaim. Her counterclaim is that you said to her when you went out to see the damage to your car, you held her until the police arrived because she was about to leave. And she said, I'm not sticking around, and you, in effect, falsely imprisoned her until the police arrived. Let's start with you, Miss Griffel. You were driving on what date?
I don't know what date it is, ma'am.
You don't know what date
No,
it
I
is?
do not.
Well,
Ma'am, the date was...
No. I didn't ask you anything.
Yes.
I don't know.
I asked her.
I don't know what the date was.
Okay. The date was January 19th.
Okay.
It was 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Was it dark or light on January 19th?
It was dark.
Where were you going?
I was going to the surplus store.
Speak up. I
I
can't
was
hear
going
you.
to the surplus store.
And is that next to a pizzeria?
Yes, it is.
What kind of car were you driving?
I was driving a Chevy Tracker. It's a little Jeep, like 2002.
Who owns the car?
I do.
Is it insured?
Yes, it is.
Was it insured in January of 2018?
It was, but, my insurance had overlapsed. But
Just a second. Did you have insurance?
No, I did not.
That's the answer. No, I did not. Not it was in the mail, and they didn't open up the mail, and somebody forgot the mail. The answer is...
No, I did not.
You didn't have insurance.
No, I did not.
So you're on the way to the surplus store, and I have to tell you something. You see when that monitor is up there, I always know that somebody has something for me to watch, because that monitor is not there all the time. And since you have nothing on your end of the table, the plaintiff on his side of the table has a video. And he looks like a reasonably intelligent man, and he looks as if he's not going to play me a circus video, that it's somehow relevant to this case, which means that there are security cameras outside, which means that something captured what happened with his car. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
So now you're starting out with 2 strikes against you. First, you didn't have insurance, and then when I asked you a question, you used my insurance overlapped. That's a second excuse. So I want you to tell me what happened at 7 o'clock in the evening when you were going to the surplus store.
I was looking for parking. I noticed the car was leaving its parking space, so I stopped, proceeded to let him leave the parking spot. I had to back up to get into the parking, the driveway entrance of the parking spot.
Very slowly.
Okay.
You pull up,
Right.
You pull up, somebody's getting out of a parking space.
Correct.
You backed up so that they could exit the parking space. Correct. And then you had to parallel park.
Correct.
Is that what you're telling me? Don't shake your head. Stand there like a statue. Do you understand?
I understand.
Perfect. So now you have to parallel park in order to get into that spot, right?
No, that's not correct.
So you let the person out of the parking spot.
Correct.
You had to move back to let them out because you wouldn't go in front. That means they'd have to go around you, right? So a normal driver would say, there's a spot. Getting out, I'll pull back.
Right. I pulled back, and I noticed his car was behind me. I put on the brakes, and my car jerked.
His car was behind you?
In the street. He was in the street, and I was pulling into the parking lot. So he was in the street, and I was going into the establishment, which is on the right of me. And so I backed up. I noticed his car was behind me. I slammed on my brakes. My car jerked, and I proceeded to go into the parking spot. And all of a sudden, I'm getting out of the car to go into the establishment, and this man comes running out, pestering at me, screaming at me, saying I hit his car. I said, sir, there's no way I could have hit your car. I know I did not hit your car, sir. I did not. And so he walked over to his car, and he proceeded to look at the front of his car, and he sees this little dent in there. He goes, this looks like it's a new little dent. And I go, sir, I did not hit your car. And so he walks to the side of the car, and he goes, oh, my God. He started acting out that I had made this big dent in his car. And I said, there's no way I could have hit your car and made that dent without me knowing it. I did not hit your car, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. So I was going to argue with him, so I proceeded to go in the establishment, and he grabbed my arm, and he held me there and stayed behind my car so I couldn't leave. And he held me there until the officers came. When the officers came, he released me, and then I proceeded to tell them my story, side of the story.
Did you give them your insurance?
No, because I did not have it on me.
Did you get a ticket for not having insurance?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you pay it?
Yes, I did. I went to court. No, I didn't. I didn't have. Okay.
Because
I went to court, showed the judge I had my license now and my insurance. He gave me a fine.
Because
right,
just a second. He gave you a fine because he didn't like you?
No,
See
for
what
the court
happened?
fees. For the court fees. He gave me a fine for the court fees.
You do understand that when you lie, your mouth gets dry.
I'm not lying.
You do understand that. When you
Yes,
lie,
I
your mouth
understand.
gets dry. Can I see the video, please?
Absolutely, Your Honor. Your Honor, when the video plays, if you'll pay attention to the top center part of the screen, you could just see my car in the edge of the frame. There's her car. You can see the impact to my car. Headlights and the license plate moves as she pulls in. She was actually reversing up an active lane in the street. She's reversing against traffic. She probably didn't see us because her car was full of trash.
Just a second.
There she is, grabbing my arm as I'm telling her I'm going to call the cops. Take a picture of her face. She's flipping out because I think she's going to bounce. And she's waddling back to her car.
Listen to me. I don't need your
No problem, Your Honor.
assistance
Sorry.
in looking at a video.
I'm just trying to keep my distance at this point, Your Honor.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's play it again. Watch it carefully, Miss Grifal. See his car move? Did you see his car move?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
want to watch it again? Okay. So you hit his car.
Apparently from this video.
You hit his car.
No, I did not hit his car.
Okay, let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. I want you to walk right up there.
Right.
Walk right up. So you, I can see it from here.
I can see it from
younger
here.
than you are.
I can see
well,
it from
I
here.
could see that you hit his car
I can
unless
see it.
some angel went and moved his car.
Okay.
See his car
yes,
move?
I see that. Yes, I do.
Good. Very good. Now you can go back. And I see an estimate for the damage to the car, please.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Photographs first.
Here, sir.
Photograph.
Photographs.
But the way that the damage was done, there's no way I could have done that damage because I backed up straight back.
No,
His
that's
damage
it.
is done on the side of the car.
Listen to me carefully. I saw where you hit him. You hit him on the bumper.
Correct. That's all I did was hit him on the. He didn't stay in the dent is on the left side of the car.
Just a second. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not stupid.
No, I know.
You hit him on his bumper.
Correct.
Ma'am, she actually hit me on the on the driver's side fender. The impact from her right rear bumper left 2 marks in the side of the car that are exactly the same color and the same positioning on her car. I have better photos on my phone if they're hard
I'd
to
like
see.
to see them.
Surely.
Would you play that for me again, please?
You can actually still see both my headlights.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you can see both your headlights at the time of the impact, which
Correct.
means she hit
Which
you
means she hit
on
me
the
on the
side.
side.
I'll look with that in mind.
Absolutely, ma'am.
I see what you mean.
You
I
see
got
what-
it.
Yep.
I got it.
It's pretty obvious, Your Honor. She hit
I got
the
it.
car.
Okay. What kind of car is this?
It's a Mazda Miata. It's
Little
my
one.
girlfriend's first car. I bought it for her. We moved from the East Coast. She's from the Five
TMI.
Boroughs. Yep.
What? What's the matter?
TMI.
It's going to cost him $4,200 to fix his car. That you're going to pay for. No insurance?
I had insurance, yes.
Did you use your insurance?
My insurance was liability only, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Now we're going to deal with.
Go ahead,
Now
I'm
we're
sorry.
Now we're going to deal with your counterclaim.
Yes.
I read your answer, and in your answer you said, I did not hit his car and therefore was leaving to go into the store to do my shopping. Well, you did hit his car, and therefore, by leaving the scene of an accident, depending upon the cost of the repair, it could either be a misdemeanor or a felony, right?
Correct.
And I believe that the victim of that, either misdemeanor or felony, has a right to hold you until the police arrive. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Great.
Not physically, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Your Honor, I
Oh,
never
just a
touched this
second.
woman.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
just a second. Yes, they do. Let us assume, who is this person?
That's my boyfriend.
This is your boyfriend. Let's put your hand down. I didn't ask you anything.
Sorry.
Let's assume you're walking with your boyfriend, and some kid comes up from behind and grabs the necklace that you're wearing and starts to run. And your boyfriend grabs the kid by the neck, and while he's holding the kid, you call 911 and say, I was just robbed. My boyfriend is holding the person who just robbed me. You think he has a right to do that?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Because he witnessed a crime being committed.
Correct.
Right? And the perpetrator of that crime was fleeing.
Right.
You were fleeing the scene of an accident that you caused. The victim of that crime, the owner of the car, has a right to hold you until the police arrive so that you don't disappear. Got it?
Got it.
Your counterclaim's dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $4,200. You were in an automobile accident that you claim was the defendant's fault.
Right.
I don't think that the defendant would deny that if there was an accident, it was her fault. She says there was no accident.
That's interesting.
Okay, that's what she says. She says there was no accident. So why don't you tell me the date of this accident?
June 27th, 2017.
What time?
2:15 in the afternoon.
Could you go over to the board and show me which one was your car?
I am the orange car with the P on a plaintiff.
Okay, so you were going straight down the road. The defendant had a stop sign.
Correct. I had the right-of-way on this Main Street, Grand Via Altamira.
So she went through the stop sign.
Correct. Right in front of me, across in front of me.
She crossed in front of you?
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then she shot through, so she didn't hit me. She headed towards this curb here, and then to avoid hitting the curb, she swerved out and struck my right front fender and her left front wheel.
Okay. Do you have a photograph of the damage?
Yes, I did.
I'd like to see.
Since the car is brand new, I had a very difficult time taking pictures because it's shiny and I got a lot of reflection.
What kind of car was it?
2017 Porsche Boxster. Okay. Do you want her damage also?
First, let me see yours.
Okay.
Did you both get out of your car?
Yes, we did.
Show me where you were when you both got out of the car.
Right in the same area here.
So she stopped?
Yes, she did. And then as she did so, she said, I have a microfiber cloth in my car.
Well, first she stopped.
Okay.
Didn't say anything. She stopped, she got out of the car.
She apologized profusely.
What did she say?
She said, I'm so sorry, I tried not to hit you and I swerved, but I didn't make it.
Her son was traveling with her in the car. Where was he? In the passenger seat in the front or in the back?
I believe so, in the front seat.
You believe so?
Yes.
Were you in the front seat?
Yes.
Did you exchange information?
We exchanged phone numbers.
Not insurance information?
Not at that time. We exchanged phone numbers. She texted her phone number to me there on the scene. And for some unknown reason, one of the phone numbers she gave me for her home was a Minnesota phone number, and I don't know why.
Did she give you a working phone number?
Yes, the cell number. She texted it to me as I stood there, and I have the text with me.
I'd like to see it.
And the whole time that she had stopped, her son kept saying, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm so sorry, Mom, about 3 times. She never gave me her license or any type of address. I had to go seek that out for myself.
Well, you asked her for your insurance registration card.
And she never gave it to me.
Why not?
I gave my insurance card.
No, your number.
I have the complete text exchange between
May
us.
I see it?
No license.
Did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because we came close, but I did not.
That's baloney. That's
not.
baloney. It's baloney. Because you wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her.
We stopped.
You wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her. So my question to you, I'm going to repeat it again. Why did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her?
I told my insurance company that I did not feel an impact. We were very close, and I rolled down my window, and she was right there.
That's not true. How could you lie? Is that what you want to teach him? How to lie? Is that what you want to teach your son, how to
No,
lie?
Your Honor.
Okay, well, that's what you're doing. Because your son was in the car, he knows that you hit her. So if what you want to do is teach him how to grow up to be a liar, you're doing a good job.
That is not what I want to do.
Well, then you want to tell me why you told your insurance company that there was no accident.
Because, do you want me to go?
No, I want you to tell me. You and I both know that there was an accident. We both know it because everything she told me was true. That you got out of the car, that you said, I'm so sorry, I tried to avoid you.
I did not say that.
Tell me what you said. Just a second. Just remember who you're telling the story to and who was there and heard you. Just remember.
Okay.
Great.
I made the turn.
You went through a stop sign. She had the right of way.
Yes, she did. And it was very clear. I could see around the corner there was no car coming.
Well, there was a car coming.
Well, it was not.
There was a car coming because her car was coming.
Okay.
So you didn't see it. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe you were having an argument with your son. Maybe you were having a heated discussion with your son. Whatever it was, you blew a stop sign. You blew the stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign.
Well, you did because you hit her. She had the right of way. If you came in close contact with her, or if you swerved to avoid her, then you still blew a stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign. I come out of this neighborhood every day because I live there. And I have to be very careful because sometimes people blow.
We're talking about June 27th, 2017. Make sure you're careful because otherwise you brought him here. I'll ask him questions. Do you understand? Nope. I didn't ask you to do anything yet.
I made the turn and I was going and I saw a car speeding from my left side.
Yeah, just a minute. Just to make sure you realize who you're telling me this story in front of.
And I stopped and I didn't feel anything or hear anything. And so I was relieved. I rolled down my window and she said, "What the hell are you doing?" And I got out of my car and she backed up and she goes, "Look at the scratch on my car." And then she looks at my car and she said, "And there's no damage to your car." She said, "My husband is going to kill me."
What kind of car were you driving?
A Tesla Model X.
Yes. Go ahead.
And so I said, "Well, I have a microfiber cloth in my car. Do you want me to try to wipe your scratch?" And she said, "Sure." So I did that.
Just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that a lady, for no reason, would say, "Let me go in my car," when there was no contact between your car and hers, and get a cloth and try to polish out a scratch? You telling me that you want me to believe that? That you did that?
Well, I was...
No way in the world. I didn't make that spot on the floor, but let me get down and let me wash the floor. Let me try to get the spot out of the floor, even though I had nothing to do with it. You trying to tell me that a lady like you try to buff out a scratch on her car that she didn't cause? Do you understand where I'm going?
I understand where you're going.
Great.
So we got out, we both took pictures, and she wanted to file a claim, so I gave her my information and the insurance.
Why in the world would you give her your information, madam, if there had been no contact with the car?
Because I didn't want to have an argument with her. I figured the insurance company could deal with it.
If you told the insurance company that there was no accident, the insurance company said, "Our insurance said there was no contact between..."
Well, no, they investigated it. And I have the pictures from the insurance company of both cars.
Would you like to see a picture of her wheel?
I would love to see the full report of your insurance company. I want to see if you said to them there was no contact with the car.
I have the pictures.
I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car. I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car.
I don't have a report from the insurance company.
Then I'm not interested. Can I see a bill to fix your car, please?
I do have a letter from the insurance company.
I don't read letters from insurance companies.
I have 2 estimates.
You have the final bill there, Kim.
Just a second. Just give me the 2 estimates, please. Not a good example, Miss Ramsdale.
And here's a picture of her wheel and the fact that the wheel is tainted.
Would you just do me a favor and give me an estimate? That's what I asked for.
Sorry.
I didn't ask for all those documents. I asked you for the estimates.
I'm sorry.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $13.15. We're done. Mr. George, I'm going to speak to you. This is your stepdaughter.
Yes.
And this is your daughter?
Yes.
Your complaint alleges that there was an argument in your house.
Yes.
And that your stepdaughter and your daughter caused some damage to both the house and later to a car.
Yes.
Miss Carroll says that this argument was precipitated by something that you did, that she really didn't cause any damages, all as a result of your bad behavior. So, Miss Carroll, I'm going to start with you. Let me try to understand what this argument was about. On the 13th of May of this year, according to what I read in your mother and stepfather's petition, you came to your mother's home because some friends of yours had a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
And these people didn't have the wherewithal to take care of this baby.
Yes, the proper things.
So you came to the house to see if you could give the baby to your mother.
No, Your Honor, I didn't come to the house to see if I can give the baby to my mother. I asked her if it was possible to watch the baby because she did offer, so we came back.
That's not what I'm reading. So you wanted your mother to take care of the baby until you came back from where?
Just for the mother to have a break, just back to my house, just for the break.
For how long?
For a couple hours, that's what was discussed.
That's not what I'm getting from here. What I'm getting from here is that the fight was about you wanted your mother to take care of the baby for an extended period of time, and your mother said to you, well, I don't mind doing that, but we'd have to do it legally through the court. Well, legally through the court is not for a couple of hours babysitting. Legally through the court means you wanted to leave the baby with them.
Correct.
Well, then which one is it? Listen. If you tell the truth, you don't have to have a long memory. If you're going to make up stories, you're going to look very foolish and it's going to be very unpleasant. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Now, on the 13th of May of this year, you came and you asked your mother to do what?
To watch the child.
For how long?
For a long period of time.
Did you tell her why?
Because the parent didn't have anything for the baby at all, and I don't have anything at my house because I don't have any kids. And my mom has a 2-year-old, which is my youngest sister, so she has supplies and things for the baby that we do not have, I do not have.
Well, did these people live with you, the mother of this baby, the father of this baby? How do you know them?
I met her through another friend, and we're close friends.
I mean, is there something wrong with her?
She came asking for help to me because everyone turned her down for a specific reason, which I did not know that.
They turned her down for what reason?
I do not know the reason they turned her down, but that's my friend.
When you asked your mother if she would take this baby for an extended period of time, what did your mother say to you?
My mother says she will take the baby with proper documentation.
So she wanted to go through court.
Exactly.
And what did you say to her?
I said, okay, Ma, then we can do that, no problem. But the mother didn't have the stuff for the baby because she had a situation incident where she lost her apartment, she was homeless, and she did not have proper documentation because all the baby stuff and her stuff had gotten lost in the moving situation. That's what I was trying to explain to my mother.
What stuff? You mean like a birth certificate?
Birth certificate, social security card, and she did not have the money to replace anything else. She was messed up.
Listen, if this is your good friend, why didn't you say, come and stay with me?
I'm not in that situation right now, Your Honor.
What do you mean you're not in that situation? You have no kids. You said to me, I have no kids. This is a good friend of mine.
Exactly.
And she was homeless. Why didn't you say, come move in with me?
Okay, so back in New York, I have a program apartment to the point where somebody else is paying my rent. So I'm not allowed to have people live with me while I'm in that program apartment. So therefore, my mom pays her own rent out of pocket. I don't pay out of pocket. I get help. So therefore...
You have children?
No children. I'm single.
Do you work?
No, I do not work. I receive disability.
In any event, at some point, the argument with your mother precipitated your stepfather, according to you, coming in to find out what this was all about.
Exactly.
Because mother said, I'm not doing this unless it's through the courts, so I have proper documentation. Your stepfather, according to you, came in and said, what are you trying to do? You want us to take this baby so that you and your friends could go out partying and having a good time? And then you and your stepfather got into a fight.
Yes, because he then came out the room and said to me, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And I said to him, I am not trying to take advantage of her. This conversation is between me and my mother.
No, it isn't.
Mind your business.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Because it's not between me.
Is that your mother's husband?
Yes, that's her husband. That's
Then
not my
listen to
legal
me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want you to sound stupid, because what you just said to me is stupid. If you're having a conversation with your mother who lives with her husband, and you're asking your mother to take an infant into the house to take care of that infant, it has to do with Her husband, who lives there. He's not delivering a pizza. He lives there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
So what do you mean it has nothing to do with him? So you told him to butt out, it had nothing to do with you, it only has to do with my mother?
Yes, we
You
did.
mean you think that when a baby cries in the middle of the night, only one set of ears hears that baby crying in the middle of the night? Or two sets of ears?
Two sets of ears.
Yeah,
Your
two
Honor.
sets of ears. Where you're not, because you're living in prepaid housing for single people without a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So he said, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And then what happened?
Then I started speaking back to him, telling him basically.
Not basically. You told him it was none of his business. It was between you and your mother.
Yes, I did tell him that, Your Honor.
Right. And then?
We started going to a verbal argument, like I told you.
Okay, so you were shouting at each
other,
And
saying
then?
disrespectful
And
things
then?
to each other.
And then?
And then Larry then came over, past my mom, because I guess I said something to him that hit the heart. He came over after me. The TV is sitting on the table. It's a flat screen, very fragile. It's sitting on the table. Larry pushes me into the TV. My elbow then hits the TV.
What?
My mom grabs
So
him.
just, okay, now let's stop right there. So that's how the TV got broken, according to you. How'd the TV get broken?
The TV got broken because Miss Valencia was very angry.
Don't tell me she was very angry.
Okay,
Just
the
tell
TV
me
got
what.
broke because she hit the TV.
How?
Like this. She punched it.
With her what?
With her fist. Like she shoved it like that.
Where was your husband?
Well, the way my apartment is, I was trying to get Valencia to leave because I asked my husband for permission about the child. And he said no, absolutely not, so that they could run the street. So as I was trying to get Valencia, my daughter, out because the verbal got really crazy, I was bringing her past and she said, Mike Larry, and she pushed the TV.
Okay, good. You have a bill for the TV?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
I also have photos of my TV as well.
No, just give me a bill for the TV. I want to see when you bought it and what you paid for it.
Okay, I purchased it out of Walmart. I did not know that I needed the actual receipt. I don't have the actual receipt.
Well,
I had
when-
bought it years ago.
How many years ago?
Maybe about a year and a half ago.
Now I'll see a picture of it. So after the TV got broken,
yes,
what happened next?
Me and my friend then left the house.
Oh, so you were there with your friend?
Yes, she was there.
With the baby?
Yes, the baby was there with her. We were all upstairs. We came upstairs because we was asking her if she can take the baby. It wouldn't be correct if the baby wasn't there.
It's not like you're pawning off a kitten, you know. This is not a kitten.
Your Honor, like I said, the
Or a
offer
bird.
was made, so we tried to take the offer. Why not?
Because it's not a parakeet, it's a child. Mr. Smith, how did you meet the plaintiff?
The plaintiff was a friend of a friend. Approximately 3 years ago, my cat needed babysitting, so I initiated her. I re-met her again a year ago.
And when you say you initiated something a year ago, tell me what it was that you initiated.
I had purchased a 100-year-old house, and I was conversing with my friends, and she was present about the problems I was having with fixing the house up. I'd hired an inspector, but he didn't do a good job. I needed plumbing, a roof, electrical. There was no foundation on my house.
Were you living there?
I was residing there, yes.
With all those things not being there, no foundation, no plumbing, nothing.
They were operational, but not totally functional.
Now we're going to get back how you came to her to help you with all these problems. Stop playing with the papers. There are more papers there than in the Supreme Court.
He's got a long history, Your Honor, sorry.
This is going to be very short. Trust me.
I hired an agent to redo the roof, which I knew needed. She offered to do it. She said she was a contractor. She
offered to do the roof herself or to?
That's what she offered with a crew of hers.
With a crew?
Correct. But she doesn't have a contractor's license, and she's been on disability since 1992. And I gave her a small portion of the job to put in a solar tube light in the roof.
Did you hire her to do the roof job?
Yeah, I did pay her, yes.
How much?
About $25,000.
To act as a GC, general contractor, getting crews to do things in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you acknowledge, Ms. Smith, that you were paid to do some GC work, general contracting work in his house?
No, I was not, Your Honor.
You were never paid?
I reimbursed employees that...
Don't try to double talk me. Were you ever paid by Mr. Smith for work that you or crews hired by you did on his house?
No, Your Honor. I helped him hire the people. He said he needed people, and he wanted me to oversee the workers for work on his house. I did not employ him myself. He did.
Just a second. I got it. I got it. I got her. I got it. I got her. How much do you get from disability a month?
I don't get disability.
You don't get any kind of disability. Be very careful. You don't get any kind of disability.
I had disability. That's why I met Mr. Smith.
Just a second. I asked you a question. What year did you start to collect disability?
I was injured at one time in 1992.
1992. In what year, which is even more interesting, did you stop collecting disability?
2015.
So, according to you, until shortly before you started to do work for him, you were collecting disability.
I did not work.
Now tell me why your disability benefits were cut off last year.
That has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it has everything to do with this case. It has everything to do with your last answer. Because when I ask you, well, you paid money to GC, and you start dancing around because if you were paid $25,000 to GC a project, even though you paid other people, then you committed fraud on the federal government. They're going to come looking for you. It has everything to do with this case. You want to tell me why your disability was stopped, if it was?
It had nothing to do with my case with him.
Really? Your case is dismissed. You may be hustling for a long time, Ms. Smith, but you don't hustle me. You don't hustle me. You don't answer my questions, your case is dismissed. Now, according to you, you let her stay in the house while she was doing some GC work on the house. She of course said in her now dismissed claim that she was a renter and you illegally evicted her and therefore she wants $5,000. That's what her case was about, that I just disposed of. Now we're going to get to your counterclaim. The counterclaim says that she proceeded to, after her keys were taken away, to engage in a course of conduct that was harassment. And at one point, she broke into your house and assaulted you. You want to tell me about it?
I allowed her to stay in the room as a guest. She lived 40 miles away. I was trying to help her. She had lack of assets. And she disappeared for 3 weeks, and there was a foul order coming from the room.
When was this? Give me the month.
November.
Okay.
I entered the room. I found stolen property of mine, an old flight suit, camera lenses, dog tags, 7 pairs of scissors. It was a total mess. I decided at this point in time that she had been gone for 3 weeks with no communication. Perhaps it was time I changed the locks. She arrives home. She doesn't even try the locks. She climbs under the house where the foundation wasn't yet, into the basement, into the kitchen, upstairs, pummeled me, grabbed my laptop, and ran away.
Did you call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
I'll provide you with all the police.
No, don't give me everything. Just give me the first police report when she came in and came into the house. When was the last time you had any contact with her?
In court, approximately 3 weeks ago.
What court?
She had filed another motion to dismiss my protection order. She showed up late beyond the roll call and argued with the judge that she was there, and when she wasn't.
You filed the protective order. Was it finally granted?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long do you have the protective order for?
A year starting March of this year.
And that's to keep her away from your house?
And no contact me.
And no Would you put the papers down? Is there any reason whatsoever that you would want to have any contact whatsoever with Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a protection order against Mr. Smith in December of 2015.
Was it granted?
Yes, it was.
For how long?
For 30 days, and I came down with ocular migraines and could not make the hearing.
I don't care. Okay. It was dismissed. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, just like his order, because it was default. I was not able to make it.
He has an order of protection against you. That means he can't come near you, which he has not. There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you.
Actually, I've got phone calls, Your Honor.
There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you. So why would... What part of put the papers down don't you get? You have no reason to look at papers. I've dismissed your claim. I'm merely addressing the countersuit.
Well, I have evidence for the countersuit, Your Honor.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when you found that the locks were changed.
I was not informed the locks were changed, Your Honor. I have...
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when the locks were changed.
That day earlier, the day before, when I was driving there, or actually from 3 days before, Mr. Smith was locked out of the house. He called and he wanted me to come home because he wanted me to let him in the house because he had lost his key.
Yes.
And then he had told me that he had crawled under the house. Well, when I came back in town, I was only gone for 3 days. And I have text messages and his employees that worked under me, matter of fact, the day before, he had taken my purse. Mr. Stevens had my purse and had sent it over to Marshall's house, which was my house, because I'd left it in Cooley Down with him, and he had sent it.
Mr. Smith, when was the last contact you had with her?
Approximately 3 weeks ago.
And that was
at the hearing.
Okay, so this is really what you...
Yes, ma'am.
Pay careful attention. This is really what you have to do. You have to tell your lawyer that at some point, your lawyer has to move before the court not to allow her, without a judge okaying it first, to file a petition against you, to reinstate her protective order, to vitiate your protective order. Sometimes when people file serial orders and there's something wrong with them, judges will do that. They will say, before a clerk can file anything, it needs a judge's counter-signature. Do you understand? What does that mean?
I would like to make one short comment.
Yes.
The judge at the last hearing stated she's a vexed litigant.
I mean, those are nice words. If they were said, that doesn't mean an order.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
By a judge that says, before you may file another proceeding against Marshall Smith, you must get judicial approval to do that, which means the judge has to look at the allegations, look at the history of the case, and say, not again on my watch. Do you understand? Your counterclaim is dismissed. You have an attorney. Your claim is for sure dismissed. We're done. Mr. Pritchard, you know the defendant because he is the brother-in-law of this young lady who is either your girlfriend or your fiance, that's how you refer to her.
That's correct, yes.
And you have an order of protection against him because he beat you up.
Correct, yeah.
He assaulted, there's no such thing as, he assaulted you.
Yes.
And I know that Mr. Abrahamson, I know that you assaulted him.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And you say you assaulted him because he's a stoner, which I assume you mean he uses drugs.
No, Your Honor,
What does that mean?
Well, he has
You say he's a stoner who took your sister-in-law, that's this young lady?
Yes, ma'am.
Down a bad path.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you called him a stoner.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that mean?
Well, he smokes a lot of weed. He
That's what I
does a
thought,
lot of
drugs.
drugs. Yes, ma'am.
And is that the reason you beat him up?
No, ma'am.
What'd you beat him up for?
No, ma'am. September 14th, 2015, I had a camera set up in my computer room. I have a couple slot machines. Money has been stolen previously from me. So I had that set up, and at the time, it was 8:25. The camera was turned over, slot machine was broken into, money was gone. I came home that day, looked in the slot machine, money was gone. I'm like, what's going on here?
Well, did they live with you?
No, they had to come to my house to get food at their mom and dad's house. Their dad was in the hospital, so the mom wasn't there. So we had bought them food so they could bring back to the house.
Were they living together?
I am not sure.
You don't know?
No, ma'am.
Are you sick?
I was crying.
What'd you beat him up for?
19.
My question to you is, are you sick? Now.
No.
What's your first name?
Molly.
Take a breath. Is that your sister? Did you used to live with her?
No.
Did you ever live with her, Molly?
No.
Who do you live with now?
I live with Josh.
Do you work?
No. I'm in school.
What school do you go to?
Minnesota Virtual High school in Minneapolis.
Do you go to school every day?
Yeah, it's online.
So you're an online, you don't leave the house?
No.
But you don't go to school?
No.
And what does Josh do?
He is unemployed at the moment.
Whose house do you live in?
An older lady, she's a friend of hers, like grandma, we're living with at the moment.
How long have you been living there?
Oh, 6 months, 5-6 months.
Do you get any money for going to school online?
No.
Do you have to pay any money to do that?
No.
How do you support yourself, Molly?
Food stamps, EBT, from the county.
And how does Josh support himself?
He is doing Social Security right now, disability for his back.
For his what?
He's trying to get accepted for disability for his back.
What's wrong
Social
with his back?
Security. He has, I'm not sure. He would have to explain it. Like,
What's wrong with your back?
I have a congenital fusion, Your Honor, something I was born with, a birth defect. Causes a lot of pain. I'm currently on a 10-pound weight restriction ordered by a neurosurgeon.
Well, there are a lot of jobs you can do without having to lift up 10 pounds.
Not in the county that we live in, Your Honor. There's not much to go on. And the only job that I had going for me was the casino. And thanks to Mr. Abrahamson, I can't work there.
Molly, do you think you're doing well with Josh?
Yeah.
Do you? Mm-hmm. You think that that's the right trajectory for your life?
Yes.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Okay, sit down. Do you see your sister at all?
No.
Because of him?
I'm sorry?
Because of him?
Because of Matthew.
So let's get back to the slot machine that was broken into.
Sure.
And I assume that what you're going to tell me is that it was your belief that
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
plaintiff
Yes, Your
stole
Honor.
your money.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me how you came to that conclusion.
My son, he had to come home from school to get some picture for him. They had pictures that day. And he witnessed the car pull in at, what time was it? Do you want to?
Stand up.
The
Tell me
time-
your name.
Aiden Owen.
Tell me about the day that the slot machine got broken into in the house. The money was taken.
I went to school that morning and I,
Where was your dad?
At work.
And your mom?
At work.
And how old are you?
I went inside the house, climbed through the kitchen window because I didn't know that the key was inside the garage. And then I got the picture for him, walked down the street. Well, I locked the door.
So you went out the door?
Yes.
And you locked the door behind you?
Yes. And then I locked it and I went back and I started walking down the road and I seen a Chevy Impala go by me that they used to drive. And obviously it was them. And I went back.
Did you see who was in the car?
No.
Now, is this a well-traveled road?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that car before?
Probably every 2 months that I went to my grandma's.
You said something about your grandma.
Oh, I used to go to my grandma's every 2.
And that's where you saw whose truck was it?
Car. It was theirs, but they were borrowing it.
From your grandmother?
No.
From whom?
I have no idea. All I remember is they're borrowing it from a friend.
What color? Chevy Impala, wasn't a truck.
I think it was a silver, grayish.
How far from your house was it?
Probably a block or 2 away.
So you continued to go to school?
Yeah.
And it was based on that you assumed that he was the one who broke into the house?
Well, not broke in. No, we left them the food, so they had permission to be in the house, just not grab the money.
Oh, okay. So how did they get into the house?
Key. We gave them the key. Or they had the key was at my house, so then they could get in because we were at work.
Okay, so you had prepared food for them.
Correct. Yes, ma'am. On the kitchen table.
Was the food gone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So the food was gone.
Food was gone.
As well as the cash.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the assault.
The assault.
Assault is finished with, which
Correct.
so I can.
Correct.
Go ahead.
Yep. So we got home. Well, when I got home, I looked in the slot machine, looked for everything. Money's gone. I called up Tasha to see maybe she had grabbed it. I asked the kids, maybe they grabbed it. Nope. Tasha comes home. That's why I have the video right here. For coming home, we're looking. We called those guys. We called the plaintiffs. Said we'll be over at 7. We just got a voicemail. We'll be over at 7 to get our money. We want our money back. We go over there. Molly's sleeping. Josh wasn't. We didn't see him. So we went inside. Molly, where's Josh? She wakes up. What's going on? And we know you took the money. We want our money. We were pretty not happy at the time. So we get it out of her. Oh, it's all my idea. We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
Molly said.
Yes, ma'am.
Molly said it was all my idea.
We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
And your wife was with you.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And that's what your sister said.
Correct.
It was my idea. Okay.
And then we found out Josh was in the bathroom. I broke in, and that's when the assault occurred. It was all done. Went home.
Did you get your money?
No, ma'am. From what? He doesn't have a job. I can't get anything.
Well, what'd they do with the money?
We still had the money, Your Honor. We did offer it back to him. He wasn't concerned with that, though.
No.
How much money did you take?
$40, ma'am. And
Why'd you take the money?
I didn't take it.
Molly did.
Yes.
Did she tell you why she took the money?
There was a miscommunication between her and her mother. Her mother did say that there was going to be $40 for us to help us get through. She was planning on being gone for a while down at the hospital with her dad in recovery. There was a miscommunication. I didn't know exactly what the whole deal was, but from what I gathered out of it, I guess we were supposed to grab it out of a bank account But she had thought that it was supposed to be given to us from there.
Okay, so that's when the assault took place.
Yes,
He
Your Honor.
pled guilty to something, and
Yes,
as a result of that, he got an order of protection.
Yes.
And this is what this case is about. Is your claim, Mr. Pritchard, that Mr.
Abrahamson.
Abrahamson, no, I can't say that, Mr. Abrahamson continues to violate the order of protection?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Pritchard, you've known this family for a long time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice to go to the casino before you got the job there? Think before you answer the question, otherwise I bring Molly up, and Molly's not going to be happy if I bring her up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice? Some people like the casino, and some people don't go to the casino regularly, so you know them for a long time.
Yes.
And you're not a regular worker bee. So, did you know that it was his practice to go to the casino for entertainment?
Yes, Your Honor. I had worked there before.
Okay. And how frequently did he go to the casino before?
Before, from
Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week,
maybe twice a month.
on the weekends?
Yes.
And would you see him there?
Yes.
Where would you see him?
On the floor at a slot machine.
Did he go with his wife?
On occasion, yes. A lot of times he
Sometimes?
was there on his own, yeah.
And sometimes on his own?
Yes.
And when did this assault take place? Give me the
September
date.
14th
Of last
2015
year.
2015.
And when did you start to work at the casino?
March of 2016.
So you started to work at the casino knowing that he went there twice a month, either alone or with his wife.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right. So it was not surprising to you to find him at the casino because you knew that he was a regular at the casino.
That's correct.
Great. Now you have a video to show me, I assume. There's something there to show me how you believe he harassed you. By the way, when did you leave the casino? When did you leave that job?
At the end of May, Your Honor.
Of 2016.
2016. Yeah.
So you had that, listen to me. Hey,
Yes.
so you had that job for less than 8 weeks.
Yes.
Prior to that, where did you work?
Before that, I was working for Dairy Queen, I believe.
What do you mean you believe? Were you working for Dairy Queen or were you not working
Yes,
for
I
Dairy
was.
Queen? A cone and a little ice cream doesn't weigh more than 10 pounds. What happened to that job? I assume there's one Dairy Queen in your neighborhood?
Yes.
So it's very easy to find out? Tell me what happened to that job and when.
I had left that job, Your Honor. We had new management.
You had new management, so what did new management have to do with you?
We weren't getting along.
You weren't getting along with the new team.
Right.
And from when to when did you work for Dairy Queen?
October 30th, I believe, is when I started. And January 5th, maybe, was when
So
I
you
quit.
worked there also for less than 8 weeks.
Yeah,
And that was January of 2016.
correct.
And then you were unemployed for 2 months. And then you got a job and had that job for another 8 weeks. Now, prior to working for Dairy Queen, who did you work for?
I believe I was unemployed for a little while, Your Honor.
What's a little while? From September of 2015, when this assault took place, to May of 2016, did you work more than 16 weeks? 8 weeks or less for Dairy Queen and 8 weeks or less at the casino?
No.
Did you work for anybody else?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Okay. Little store, Your Honor. Little store? Gas station?
From when to when did you work at the little store?
From May of 2015 until September when the assault took place, Your Honor.
Okay, May, June, July, August. So that you worked the gas station for 4 months
Yes.
in 2015.
Correct.
From September 2015 until May of 2016, am I correct that you held 2 jobs, both for a series of weeks, one for Dairy Queen and one at the casino?
Correct.
What'd you do with the rest of the time?
I was in recovery for a little while after the assault. A lot of the times I was scared to leave my house. That was one of the big reasons why I didn't have any jobs. I've also been going through this disability, Your Honor.
Well, then my question to you, and then we're going to look at your video. Then my question to you, Mr. Pritchard, is if you were scared to go out of the house,
yes,
what did you take a job for at a casino where you knew the defendant frequented? Mr. McDonald, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Okay.
You and Miss Perez worked at the same place. You were the manager of the place where you worked. What kind of facility was that?
It's a check cashing.
You were the manager, and what role did you have there?
I was assistant manager.
You were selling a car.
That is correct.
And Miss Perez and you came to an agreement that she was going to purchase the car. When was that, Mr. McDonald?
We started talking about it probably about August 11th, 2016.
Did she purchase it in August of 2016?
Yes, she did.
And she gave you a down payment?
That is correct.
How much?
$2,500.
And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month.
The agreement was that she would give me $100 every payday, which would be $200 per month, some months $300.
And in the month of September, did the payments start immediately in September, or were they delayed until October?
No, ma'am, they started to October 1st was her first payment.
Did she make a payment in October?
Yes, she did.
Did she make a payment in November?
Yes, she did. It was late.
Okay, but she made a payment in November.
That's correct.
Did she make a payment in December?
No.
Do you have any proof that you made a payment in December?
No.
And you didn't make the payment in December. Why did you not make the payment in December?
I spoke with Larry and I let him know that my daughter, we had a situation out of town, and he was okay with me not making a payment. And I told him I'll make up for it in January.
Did you make a payment in January?
Yes, I did.
Did she make a payment in January?
In January, yes.
Okay, January what?
January 19th.
And how much did she give you in January?
$200.
Had she had a discussion with you in December about some emergency that she had?
She had a discussion with me to tell me that she needed time off work to take her daughter back to see her aunt, and that she would be back at a time, but did not.
Did she tell you well, you must have asked her what about the car payment for December?
Yes, and she said she was going to be making it.
And she did not?
No.
In January, however, she made the payment on the 19th.
That's correct.
And on that same day, when she made the payment, you repossessed the car. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you didn't tell her when she made the payment to you that you were repossessing the car because you knew, according to you, that she was going to be fired from her job the following week. Is that correct? That's what you say.
That's correct, but the fact is that she only had made up to January 19th and made 2 payments, so she was 6 payments behind.
No,
yes.
sir.
Yes, she
Not
was.
according to you.
No?
I just asked you those questions, sir. I said, did she make a payment to you in October?
Which
You
she
said
did,
you were
one
paid.
payment. You asked me if she made a payment, and I said yes, she made one. She made 1 payment in November.
Of how much?
$100 each, both times.
So she made $200, and she was supposed to pay you how much?
$400.
$400 a month. So $200.
No, okay, let me back up. October, she should have paid me $200, $100 for each pay period.
Just a second. So she paid you $200.
No,
How much did she pay you?
$100.
Okay, so she only made 1 payment in
That
October.
is correct.
Got it. Now I got it. You have proof that you made 2 payments in October. Question. There's a question before you. Did you make 2 payments in October?
No.
In November, how many payments did she make?
1 payment of $100.
Do you have proof that you made 2 payments in November? Because you were supposed to make 2 a month, right? Well, then he had every right to repossess your car. Because what he said was, initially, I said, well, if she made her payments in October and November, she missed December, but then she paid in January. She gave him $200 in January, and he took the car back right after the payment. That sounds a little sketchy. But you didn't pay him in October. You didn't pay him in November because you owed him money in both October and November. You didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't pay him in January until January 19th. What did you expect him to do?
No,
Give you a gold star?
I did make 2 payments, but I made 1 payment in October.
You made a payment of how much? $100.
In October, no, 135 plus 115 because we went half on the thermostat that went out. So I made a payment.
Listen to me. I don't care about the thermostat that went out. You were supposed to pay him $100 a pay period.
Yes.
How many payments did you make him?
I made one payment of $250 in October.
$250. Show me.
I can show you the text that I text them, and I can't show you.
November.
Nope.
Well, you knew you were coming to court today, madam. This is your case. What you're suing him for is
all my
the money.
evidence was in the Jeep. I had receipts like this in the Jeep. I didn't think my Jeep was going to get taken, so I don't have evidence. I don't want to say yes, I did when I can't come here and prove it to you, but everything's in the Jeep.
No, there wasn't. Shh. Sorry.
Shh. There was nothing in the Jeep that was not given back to her. Everything that was in the Jeep.
Sorry, Miss Perez.
Your Honor, there is a few things that
Sorry, Ms. Perez. He didn't steal the vehicle. He repossessed the car because you hadn't been making payments to him as you were supposed to make payments to him while you were working for him.
Yep.
And then you were going to get fired, so we knew for sure you weren't going to make any payments.
And
Yet,
she also
you didn't make payments when you were working and getting paid at all in December.
It was just December. I made
No.
payments.
You have no proof that you made all your payments in October or November.
And she had her insurance canceled 4 different times through this whole
No,
thing.
I didn't.
I've got evidence.
Doesn't matter. She has no case. Now, you have a counterclaim.
That is correct.
Your counterclaim is for damage to the vehicle and impound fees.
That is correct.
What impound fees?
Because she reported the car stolen, and the car wasn't stolen, she was told that...
Just a second. Did you give her notice that you would repossess the car?
I told her that I took the car when I paid her off.
And when was that?
That was the following Tuesday. Because of the fact...
Just a second. When had she reported the car stolen? That was immediately.
The 20th.
So then, you have to pay the impound fees.
But the Sacramento Police Department said the report should have never been taken.
Don't tell me what anybody said to you.
I'm just...
You had the car, while she was at work, you had the car repossessed. You didn't tell her about it that day. She comes out, she looks for her car's not there. She reports it stolen. She doesn't find out until later, till after you paid her off, days later, that you actually had the car. So if the car was impounded because she reported it stolen, you should have told her immediately. That's all. Now, money owed for damaged vehicle. Tell me how the vehicle was damaged.
Well, there is one damage to the right driver's door, which my witness is the first one that saw it.
Just a second. All you have to do is show me a picture.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have recordings with their insurance saying he didn't know where the vehicle was.
Just a second.
He had
Listen, you have no case. You didn't make your payments.
I just don't. I made payments. I just don't have proof.
I'm sorry.
Because it was repossessed, and he's not going to give me his credit card statement. If you get his credit card statement, it will
Madam,
show.
you acknowledge you made no payments in December, and you didn't make any payments until January 19th. For January.
No.
And that has nothing to do with
January
October and November.
was for December that I talked to him about. In October and November, I only made 1 payment. You asked me if I made 2, and I do have proof. I mean, and his.
You don't have proof.
I don't, because he's repossessed his car, which has all my evidence in it. How's that fair to me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that he lied to everybody.
Next time, keep better evidence.
Yes.
I can't see what you're pointing to, sir. I can't see what this is.
You can see the dent right in the center of the picture.
You're talking about
right there?
here?
And here's a.
You're talking about here?
Yeah.
Of insurance payments. I've been paying insurance.
I don't care if you've been paying insurance. You weren't paying him.
Yeah, I was.
You have proof that you're paying insurance. Yeah. You should have proof that you were paying him. How did the car get dented here?
I don't know. I wasn't pointed out it. He pointed out to me. Oh, well, actually, Marie pointed out to me. And I told him when I was on the freeway, I heard a dink, but didn't notice anything until she pointed it out. It looks like a rock or a ball, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure it might have been on there before.
Just a second. You saw this dent?
Yeah.
Good. Stand up. Did you see how it happened?
No.
No. She doesn't know how it happened either.
But I know the car how it was when Larry gave it to her. And so when I came to work and it was literally 70 feet away from me, I said, what is that dent?
What, it looks like somebody hit a car door onto hers. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was an accident.
No.
It looked like somebody hit their car door into hers.
Or it looks like
or a
someone
ball,
took a foot.
or a ball, right?
Something.
Your case is dismissed. Your counterclaim is for the missed payments.
No.
No?
My countersuit is for the insurance to fix the vehicle.
Why is mine dismissed?
Why?
I just told you why. I told you 4 times because you have no proof that you paid him in October and November what you were supposed to pay him. You acknowledge you didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't offer a payment until almost the end of January. Don't speak. That's why your case is dismissed. He had every right to repossess the car. Do you understand? Use the $2,500 deposit to fix the door. You got it? Perfect. We're done. Ms. Tickle, you boarded a horse at the defendant's facility, and you claimed the horse was injured while at that facility.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in addition, that when you tried to get the horse from the facility, the defendant sort of held the horse ransom because she claimed that you owed her money.
Yes.
And I read her answer, and her answer is clear. She said that the horse was in fact injured at her facility, correct?
Yes.
And that she immediately called your vet, correct?
Yes.
And that your vet said that in order for your vet to come out to look at the horse, she would have to pay a past due bill of yours in addition to that visit that the vet would make. So what's the name of your vet?
It's one of my vets. It's Dr.
The vet that you called?
Dr. Purdue, who's the person she indicated on the boarding agreement as her vet of record.
Fine. On what date was the horse injured?
September 7th.
Okay. Now, on September 7th, did you owe Dr. Purdue money? That's very easy. I can make a call.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you owe Dr. Purdue?
$280.
How long did you owe Dr. Purdue the $280?
It was 6 months or so, 9 months.
Why didn't you pay the doctor their bill?
I had sold my house and had moved.
Well,
and
okay. You didn't pay the bill. Okay, so
Right.
she's absolutely correct. Called the doctor. The doctor said she owes me money. I'm not coming out to see this horse unless you pay what she owes me plus the visit.
Which was $900, not $250.
Not $280.
Not $280. It was $900. That's what they told me. And it was a year
No.
in arrears.
Now, on September 7th, did Miss Tickle owe you any money for boarding the horse?
Yes, she had not paid September's board, which was due on the 1st.
Did she pay August's bill?
She did, but I think it was late.
But she paid August's bill, so by September 7th, she really wasn't that much delayed.
Not too late, no. But
No.
she had disappeared and the horse was supposed to be picked up on September 1st, and I hadn't heard from her and couldn't reach her.
Just a second. When you say the horse was supposed to be picked up, what does that mean?
She advised me sometime in July that the horse was going to be picked up on September 1st. But I never heard from her. She never showed up. Nothing happened. She never called, text, nothing, zero. I thought the horse had been abandoned.
Okay. Now, on September 1st, had you made an arrangement, because I read your complaint, to transfer the horse to another facility that was closer? That's what you say. So be careful your answer.
Right. The date, though, is incorrect. It was an oral statement that
I don't care if it's oral or not. Did you tell her that you were going to be picking up the horse on September 1st because according to you, you were looking for another facility that was much closer to me? Because you told her
But
that.
not on, I said I need to find the right facility. My horse has known allergies, which she gets hives, Your Honor, that are all over her body, and it's a health problem. The hives break open. She's not able to lay down. They get
So why
infected.
didn't you pay your vet?
I paid my vet when I got the bill. There was
you
a problem
didn't.
with my getting mail to my new address. So
when did you move?
I moved in August, put everything in storage. In September, I moved.
Well,
to,
this bill was due in December,
Right,
according
this
to
was
you.
in
So you would have
December.
gotten it January, February, March, April, May. You would have gotten the bill.
Right, Your Honor.
Okay.
Usually, I was present when the vet would come out. This is the first time a vet has ever seen my horse. I've owned her 10 years without me being present.
Ms. Tickle, let's go. How much did you pay the defendant when you went to pick up the horse?
When I went to pick up the horse
Yes, in September.
When I actually picked her up in September.
How much did you pay her? Well, let me go back.
Okay.
Ms. Joint, how much was her monthly boarding fee?
$325.
So she owed you that in September?
She owed me that, yes.
Okay. Now, do you know how the horse was injured? It had a large hole in its chest.
I have no idea how the horse was injured. No one was there, no one saw it. It's impossible to know.
I'd like
Horses
to
unfortunately injure themselves quite regularly in their paddocks, and you don't know necessarily how they did it.
I'd like to see what you wrote up about the horse's injury.
What I wrote about
Did you have a log, I assume, that you keep with regard to the horses that you board?
I don't board horses regularly. This was a one-off situation. She was a companion horse for my horse because another horse went away, so they didn't like being alone. But it's not a regular thing. It's kind of like a roommate situation.
Do you have a contract?
Yes.
I'd like to look at it.
Okay. I met the defendant because she advertised a stall for rent, boarding stalls in Craigslist.
How long did you keep your horse there?
From January 13th, 2014 until
So it was there for a very long time, and
Yes.
clearly you were satisfied.
Yes.
Otherwise, you would have moved it.
Right. Everything was fine up until I got hurt.
This is your contract. And this says that if the horse becomes injured, which the horse clearly was, that it's your responsibility to first try to contact the border.
Which I did desperately.
Just a second. That's fine. And the second thing that you do is, if you can't contact her, she gives you permission to contact her vet.
Correct.
Which you did.
Correct.
If the border's veterinarian is unavailable, the border authorizes the stable to call its veterinarian in an emergency, and that the border will be fully responsible for all veterinary charges so incurred. So you really had the responsibility to call a vet, but it's her responsibility to pay.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Correct. So the part of your request for vet bills, she's not responsible for those pursuant to this contract. You are.
Right, Your Honor, but her boarding contract, she doesn't have a home occupational permit to run a boarding stable in Simi Valley, and that's required to...
Hey, you kept the horse there for 9 months.
Right.
When did you have this epiphany that she wasn't allowed to do what she was doing? When did you have this epiphany? When you had a problem? What I'm telling you is you have a contract, and your contract says that you pay the vet bill. Right now, you owe her $325 because your horse was there in the month of September. Has this happened? You paid it?
Yes, I did.
Great. How much did you pay her?
I paid $325. I sent it to her through bill pay.
Is that correct?
It was cancelled. I have an email from my bank saying it was cancelled.
I canceled it, Your Honor, after...
So you owe her $325?
No, I paid that... She gave me a billing, Your Honor, when I came. She never
Pick up the horse. She said to you, you're not getting the horse unless you give me so much money.
Right, and she added on erroneous charges and add-ons.
How much money did you give her?
I gave her $1,584.
Okay, now we come back to you. What is $1,584 for?
I have a line item billing of everything that I did for the horse, being that I had understood the horse was abandoned for the last 2 months.
Well, I don't care what you understand, actually. I don't care what you understand. 7 days is not abandoned.
She had not been to see that horse for months.
That's not true.
That's actually impossible because she told me that a month prior or 2 months prior, she had a conversation with you that she was moving the horse.
I believe it was a text exchange.
I don't care if it was text or by smoke signals.
She had not been to the facility to see her horse.
Listen to me. It doesn't matter. So far, she owes you $325 for boarding for the month of September.
I'd be happy to show you the billing with the receipts that I have.
She paid you in August.
I apologize, it's complicated because we had
Just a second. No way. No way. So, baloney. Take it back. She owes you $325 because the horse hadn't been there the whole month of September. According to this, twice a month.
She also paid hay in addition to the bull.
I understand that.
And I fed her horse and I gave it medical care, which it was essential, or the horse could have got an infection and been very sick.
Let me tell you what you were required to do pursuant to your contract. You were required to get a vet.
I did. I called the vet and
No, I read your answer.
I spoke to the vet.
I read your answer.
And he gave me his recommendation.
I read your answer. You don't get paid for that. You personally, unless you paid it, just a second. Listen to me
that's left at my property,
Listen to
that's
me
abandoned.
carefully. Unless the vet sent you a bill, you don't get paid for that.
How do you?
Did the vet send you the bill for the I'm speaking. Just answer the question. Did the vet send you a bill for the conversation that you had with the vet to tell you how to fix the injury, this large gaping hole in the horse's chest that happened while it was under your care?
No.
Did the vet tell? The answer is no.
He gave me free
so
advice because he
$1,584
knew
less
I thought it was
$325,
abandoned.
which is actually what she owed you, which she didn't pay, which is $162. So far, $1,261. Then you do have to feed your horse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So how much does it cost for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
It was $100 a month average for 6 bales of hay. That's what my size horse consumes.
Over the 9-month period, what did you pay?
I paid
for
on
food?
average of $120 a month.
Well, now it's from 100 to 120. Why don't we think again? How much did you pay for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
$120 a month was for the hay.
Fine, less 120.
No, I paid that though. I paid that. She would give me.
In
She would
September?
tell me the amount.
Just a second. In September?
That's in her billing.
Just a second. What
That's
billing?
in her billing that she gave to me.
Oh, I'm deducting certain figures. I'm deducting from what you gave her, $1,584. I'm deducting what you owe her,
Right.
$325 for the boarding for the month of September.
Right.
You owe her $120 for food. I'm deducting that from the money that you gave her. This is your lawsuit.
$60, Your Honor, because it would have been half the month.
So far, $1,141 is what you're entitled to back from what she gave you, because you're not getting paid for the vet, for you acting like a vet on a horse that was injured on your watch. Food and her monthly boarding for September. What else does she owe you?
Grain, because I had to start feeding the horse because it was losing weight. It was in
Grain.
stress.
Had you, just a second. In the 9 months that you had the horse there, other than September, did you ever feed the horse and bill her for grain? The answer is either yes.
She brought the grain up until around July timeframe. June, July, I started feeding the horse because she was no longer bringing food to
Just
it.
a second. I'm giving you hay. That's in your deal. And I gave you for the whole month, not just half of it. What I asked you was, had you ever previously billed her for grain?
Before July, no, because she bought her
Okay,
own.
$1,141. What else?
The medical care. I flushed that wound 3 times a day.
$1,141. That's what you're entitled to, not $4,803. $1,141. That takes off the food for the horse and the $325 that you owe her.
Okay.
It actually says in my contract that I'm entitled to bill for medical care I provide the
No,
horse if I have to.
no. Now, it says that you are required to provide veterinary care.
I gave
by
the
a
veterinary care under
Not
veterinary
by-
advice.
Are you a licensed veterinary
No,
doctor?
but my witness is a vet tech, and I went under her advice and the doctor's advice
Good.
on how
You don't
to
get
treat
paid
the
for
wound.
that. $1,141. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're
you.
done.
If it were her horse and the tables were turned, I would have called another vet and another vet and another vet.
She didn't contact me for a week after the horse was injured.
Until I had that horse, the gapping wound.
I texted her, I called her, I emailed her.
Sealed up and cleaned up.
I went way above and beyond.
I learned a lesson. I will never board at a private backyard facility.
Take care of your animals and go visit them when you're supposed to.
And certainly not through one I find on Craigslist.
Ms. Mack, it is your claim that the Herrera's dog bit your 8-year-old son.
Yes, ma'am.
On what date did this happen?
February 19th this year.
How long have the two of you been neighbors?
I've lived there almost 2 years. This July will be 2 years.
You?
We've lived there for almost 7 years.
You have 2 dogs?
I have 4 dogs.
4 dogs. What kind of dogs do you have?
I have a mutt, and then I have a Chowini and 2 Chihuahuas.
A what?
A mutt. She's a mixture of all sorts of. And then a Chowini. It's a Chihuahua and a wiener dog.
Oh my goodness. That's some combo. I don't think I've ever seen that. And 2 Chihuahuas. So you have small dogs?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any animals?
No, ma'am.
This is your son?
Yes, ma'am.
Does he want a dog?
He does.
How many times has he asked you for a dog?
More than I can count.
Right. So he likes them. He likes to play with them.
Yes.
And I assume he plays with the Herrera's dogs.
With their dogs, I don't believe so. Their dogs are rarely out on a leash. I've never really seen them.
Okay. Are you immediate next door neighbors?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a fence between the 2 properties? On the 19th, what time did this happen?
It was approximately 5 p.m.
And you didn't witness it?
Correct.
Who did?
Skylar did.
Our son, Skylar.
You were outside. And you were there. You got bit,
Yes.
right? You want to come up here and tell me about it? Tell me your first name.
Malik.
Malik, do you remember the incident with the Herrera's dogs? You don't?
No.
With the little Chihuahua?
No.
Don't remember?
No.
Okay, good. You can go and sit down. Want to come sit up here? Tell me your first name.
Skylar.
You were out with the dogs?
Yes.
How many of the dogs did you have out?
2.
Which 2?
The mutt and the Chowini.
That the Chihuahua? No,
Yes.
don't look at them. Look at me. Do you understand? I'm not frightening, am I? A little bit? A little bit?
No.
No, good. All right. All you have to do is tell me the truth, and then we don't have a problem.
Okay.
Got it? 13. You know that.
Yeah.
You know what happens when you lie to your parents?
Yes.
Right. You know how you don't want to lie to your parents? You don't want to lie to me worse. Where were you walking the dogs?
Behind my house.
In your yard?
Yes.
Would you tell me what happened?
My mutt was twisting around my arm, and so the Chowini's leash came off and slipped and ran after him and nipped at him.
Ran after whom?
Malik.
And where was Malik when the Chowini nipped at him?
Between our houses in the middle.
Okay, so it was not necessarily in your yard.
Yes.
It could have been in Malik's yard.
Yes.
Good. Okay, now you can sit down. Okay. That was easy. Because that was a little bit different from what I have here. You have a video? Who has a
Yes,
video?
ma'am.
What do you want to show me?
On the video, it shows Malik running from their dogs, and there was actually 3 of them chasing him, not 2. The bite actually happened right off camera, and then it shows him run into the frame of the camera and onto our trash cans by our porch. It's my home surveillance.
I'd like to see it, but according to the Herrera's son, they're responsible for the dog bite. Got it. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Herrera, when I first read your answer, which is totally different from what your son tells me and totally different from this video, I was sympathetic with you. You know, you said that their little boy went into your yard and was teasing your dogs, and as a result of that, got bitten.
Yes.
But that's not what happened.
That is what happened.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what your son said. Your son said that the larger dog twisted his leash around his arm, and the other leash slid off, so the dog was free, and chased Malik, and he was in his yard.
But Malik was in our yard teasing him prior to that, and he was running from the back of my yard into the yard when it happened.
Who saw that?
He does that weekly.
I don't care whether who saw that on February 19th.
Skylar did.
That's not what he told me.
Well, that is what happened.
Well, I don't know if that's what happened. It's not what he told me.
Could you please ask him again?
No, now I'm not going to ask him again, because now he just heard you tell me. I was very clear. I said, what happened? And he didn't say to me. He was teasing the dog. He was screaming at the dog. He was shaking a stick at the dog. He said what happened was he was out walking 2 dogs. 1 leash got away from him. Well, clearly he was being chased by 2 dogs. Clearly in the video it shows him being chased by 2 dogs.
But the video does not show where he was behind my house, not on the side, teasing my dog. I was sitting in my living room chair, and I could hear Skylar even say, Malik, please don't tease the dog.
Do you remember teasing the dogs?
No, ma'am.
You don't remember getting bitten either?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
I think he's just being shy right now. He remembers. He was telling the story.
Okay. Well, I see that he was bitten, and I see that he was frightened. You have to be careful. Even with little dogs, you have to be careful. Okay, I'd like to see the medical bills.
Yes, ma'am.
Who were the other children there? There were other children, more than just...
Yeah, it's our other side next door neighbors playing in our yard.
With you?
No.
With whom?
With my littler siblings.
Well, I have one emergency room, and then I have...
At that particular hospital, the ER bills separate from the actual doctor, but that was the same visit. They told me before we left there they would bill separately. I also let the defendants know that when I talked to Frank.
Okay, and you had no health insurance?
Correct.
Okay, so the total charges were $383 and $438?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you present these 2 bills, which total $821 to the Herreras?
Yes, I did, on 2 separate occasions because they came in the mail separately.
And what did they say?
The first one, when I went over to their house, they actually weren't home, so I taped it to the inside of their glass screen door, along with a note just saying, you know, hey, this is the bill. I wanted to try to see if you wanted to resolve it between the 2 of us. If not, then, you know, I'll have to take it further. Frank actually came to my house 2 days later asking me, was Malik okay, and talking about the bill, and he said that they didn't have any problem paying it, but on the bill it does not state that this bill is for the dog bite, so he wanted basically proof that that's what this bill was for. I actually contacted the hospital the next day to see if they could give me something like that, and they said because of HIPAA laws, they couldn't put the reason for the visit on the actual bill. The next bill came in about 2 or 3 days later. That one I attached to their vehicle that was in their driveway, along with another note explaining what I just said about the HIPAA laws, and that if I didn't hear anything from them soon, that I would just take it to court, and I never heard anything from them again.
Well, both bills show the date of the visit is February 19th.
I mean, I'm the type of person I ain't gonna pay a bill that don't show exactly what it's supposed to be.
Well, now you'll pay
And
the
who
bill.
it's- and
Now
who
you'll
it's
pay the
for.
bill because it's an emergency visit on February 19th. You saw the video. That's why she took the child to the emergency room. There was no other reason for her to take the child to the emergency room other than that. Now do you understand? So you should have paid the bill. Would have saved you an awful lot of trouble.
Yes, I understand that part, but not showing exactly who the person was. That's all I was asking for it to show what the person wanted, what it was for.
It says who the person is.
But can you look at these, please?
I'm looking here. This
But,
is from Malik Mack.
Yes, but the ones that we received.
Oh, okay. Maybe the ones that you received didn't have. This one shows the person who was treated.
Yes, it shows it on those.
On the copy
No, it shows it on yours, sir. Malik Mack.
There's it on there.
And this one is patient's name, Malik Mack. What?
This is the first time we've ever seen any video.
Okay.
I have gone to the office at our park to see if we could get the video, and we've been informed that the park says that her surveillance cameras do not work.
I've never
Just a
received
second.
any requests for the video.
Just a second. She didn't just create that video. You wanted me to play it again so you can see it's your dogs?
I believe that those are my dogs, but I don't believe that he was bitten. He might have been scratched.
I have pictures
Judgment
of
for
the
the
dog bite.
plaintiff in the amount of $821. We're finished. Thank you.